Hello, and welcome to Roll For It, where your favorite YouTube streamers get together to play some lovely tabletop RPG goodness. Today, of course, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons Ascension on a Wednesday, not a Thursday. Or this is a Thursday if you're watching it on a Thursday, I guess, if you're watching,
like,
say,
is
when
it
we
Thursday
stream it.
yet? It's Thursday already. We've created a time vortex. Don't tell Hatchet. Or Hackett.
Hackett. The name wasn't Hatchet, though that would have been cool.
If Perrin and Skith, apparently Maggie's in the wrong box.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Who am I?
I have such a good track record. I've been doing so well.
Yeah.
Who am I?
You're Skith.
You're me.
I'm Skith.
There we go. It's fixed.
Oh,
If Perrin and
Ow.
Arena could just roll a dice through roll 20.
Don't you just want to have
it's Perrin and Skith.
yourself?
Perrin and Skith. Perrin and Skith can roll a dice through roll 20. That'd be great because your HP hasn't updated yet.
Ah, yeah.
Look, just give them your blood. It's gonna be fine.
There we go. Anyway, so right, we're gonna go through our announcements and stuff. That if you did not see, why did that not update?
Made updated.
Oh, it has. Oh, I'm watching on a lag. I'm just not used to watching on a lag. Right. Right. Anyway, so if you are surprised why we're on a Wednesday, there is a slight change to our scheduling that for the next few months we will be doing Ascension on Wednesday, restreaming on Thursday, just in case you can't make the Wednesday, so you can watch it like it's fresh and new on the Thursday, and then everything else will proceed as normal. It's just that effectively we'll be streaming it a day early, but if you can't make Wednesday, pretend that never happened and pretend like you're watching it the first time on a Thursday. There you go. So anyway, we're going to go on with our announcements, and then, surprise, surprise, there'll be a bit of shilling, followed by, I guess, a really quick recap, because they're going into a situation which doesn't need a huge amount of recap, I guess, because it's basically the start of a new thing. Or at least that's what they hope. So, we're going to start with today's supporter, and I think I need a good effect. Which one are we going to do? Let's use Kiv. I haven't had Kiv in a while.
Rip.
Today's supporter, Miyazilla. Thank you for supporting the show. Make sure to take some heads for me, Glory.
There you go, Miyazilla. Thank you very much.
Rest in peace to our crazy murderer demon.
Yeah.
He is missed.
Perrin the Paladin being like, I miss this demon. My patron.
I'm just a paladin of like nobody now. I've got no patron, I've got no god, I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah. To be fair, early Perrin, I don't know what Perrin is going to be after this, but early Perrin definitely had mummy and daddy issues with your goddess and your patron both being a little bit,
I feel like Perrin has a relatively healthy relationship with his parents, apart from the part where he never calls them.
And to answer your question about the VOD for Ascension, it'll still come out the normal day on Friday. So we'll rerun on Thursday, and then Friday the video will come out. So it'll still be the same cadence as normal. The only thing that's happening is we're also streaming on Wednesdays now. So you can
basically there is a bonus if you can make it a day early. Otherwise, all the same.
Yeah.
The monthly recap is out. So those of you here at tier and above on our Patreon, you can check out our monthly recap. It is available now. And also we have a one-shot happening next week, which is the 2nd of October. If you're watching this sometime that isn't, before the 2nd of October, yeah, you probably missed it. Feel free to check the YouTube. But we have Out of Control, a sponsored game created by Nerdburger Games. We've done a fair few with Nerdburger, and yeah, always a riot. So we will have Out of Control featuring all of these lovely people on the 2nd of October. Look out for more details. Follow the Twitch, not the Twitches. Obviously, you should follow the Twitch, but I mean the Twitters. Follow the Twitters for more details.
Yes.
There you go.
If you want to check out what Code Warriors is all about, it's actually a pretty cool system, and you play programs that are living inside of a crashing computer, which is really neat. So
I'm just going to call it Apocalypse Tron.
Yeah, it is like Apocalypse Tron. It totally is. It's like Mad Max and Tron had a baby. It's super cool. So please come join us and watch. It's going to be a lot of fun and chaos, and you won't want to miss it. And of course, we're bringing back some awesome people, Little Red Dot, and of course Trooper, who we love, and Katie is also joining us, as well as I'll be joining that cast. So I implore you all to come tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I've already seen their characters. They're so cool.
Okay. So, yeah, look out for that. And is there a Kickstarter associated with that?
There is. I don't think it has launched yet, but you can go over to it. We'll have it linked on our social as well, which is just Code Warriors RPG over on Kickstarter. And you can sign up so that you can get emails whenever it does launch. I believe it's going to launch with us. It's going to be exciting.
Okay, no pressure. So, lastly but not least, of course, we are sponsored by Roll20. Roll20 allow us to use our fancy little battle maps and stuff and do the cool dice rolling and then make weird scripts that allow you to actually see HP on screen through like several hundred workarounds. But yeah, we've been using Roll20 since way before they sponsored us. And if you do want to check Roll20 out, we do an affiliate link, but it's what we use for all of our McGubbins and shows that actually require a tabletop. I think once or twice we've not used Roll20, and that's literally because we didn't need a dice or a tabletop. Once we did Divinity Original Sin 2.
I feel like there's only once, yeah.
I think maybe one time we did something
where like there's not been anything to roll.
Yeah, like once I think we did like a completely like narrative game or something, and we didn't actually use it because there was nothing.
It's been
to
a
show.
long time since we've done that then.
Yeah, I'm also sent to cover maps. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there must have been one or two diceless games where we just didn't use it because there was nothing to actually put in the game, like the scenario. We'd be like, oh, we're just on cameras. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that for literally everything else, it has been Roll20. So feel free to check out our affiliate link. That said, Shillin, Bentham, can you do quick shilling?
I can do the quick shilling.
We're running a bit late,
okay.
So if you want to do quick shilling, do quick shilling.
All right, you can support us on Patreon. If you do it, there's a bunch of tiers. They get you MP3s, they get you after shows, they get character sheets, they get you other secret things from GMs and stuff for helping you run your own campaigns, especially a ton of E's D&D stuff. You can submit names for NPCs, you can watch the monthly recaps when we talk about the events previous month, and if you're a legend, you can support the episode, support an episode every month, like Miazilla supporting today, and you can also take more than once monthly one shot of a random game gen by a member of the Roll For It cast. You can also support us on Twitch, you can give us bits, you can give us tips, you can subscribe, of course. If you subscribe, you get immediate access to the VODs, you get emotes and badges as well. And if you do tips, then we read them out to the end of the show. Thank you for being awesome and supporting the episode. You can also support on YouTube. You can become a YouTube member there. That gives you emotes and badges too. And being a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or Patreon supporter will let you join the Discord, where you can hang out with us and other fans of the show, talk about all things. You can also just support us by being here, just by showing up. You're already helping us out, making the numbers go up and the algorithms go burr, and that means that more people are likely to be shown the stuff that we're doing, and that means more people can find the show, and they might like it too. And then pressing all the buttons makes that even more powerful. Doing it on social media as well, retweeting and liking on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. We appreciate it as well. And just talking about it, just telling your friends. Just directly, cutting out the middleman. Yeah, that's it.
I guess when I said do it quickly,
really
I meant
quick.
Like,
you were like really emphasizing the
I
quick
meant
this
in
time.
Brief, like not like you speed up
I was doing both.
the actual words, but like maybe truncating things? I don't know. I should have specified.
I thought it was great. You did a great job.
There's not really that much to recap, so I don't think we need this today.
You need like you need a minute glass instead of an hourglass. Even though that's probably a minute
I think
glass.
this is actually like a 2-minute glass. I think we measured it. It's about 2 minutes. So recap. They fought some really evil things recently, and Arena's old Steel Defender somehow became evil or was turned into an evil thing. Probably unrelated to actually the actual previous Steel Defender, but who knows? They're debating it. Anyway, It came and tried to kill them. It failed. Well, actually, it did succeed. It did actually succeed in killing the very first member of the party to actually die. Skith was dead for all of about 6 seconds before a very clutch and carefully done revivify through the homunculus that had been just sitting around Uok and had survived like 3 fireballs or air effects. Delivered the revivify. And with that, Skith came back from being dead. Admittedly, only for 6 seconds or so, but it is the first death. With that, you defeated the evil Corvidbot thing, and then probably took it apart and fed it to the bag that eats dead things. Don't question it. They then fixed the damaged parts of the lightning rail that had been attacked, got aboard, and pootled onwards. Got to a little town where they have to get off to go to their destination because they're not on the rail network. And met with their... How would you describe Saban?
Shady.
Is our agent? A shady agent.
They met with their shady agent, Saban, the Tabaxi.
Look, I tried to insight that guy, but I'm like, oh, he's gonna leave it. I rolled really bad. So I think he's cool. How
We do
is
have a
he
new
finding-
theory that he might be Solitaire Herald of the Traveler. Just in disguise.
Do you still have that platinum coin, by the way? Because that might be how he's coming to us.
Do we still have that coin?
I don't know if Skith had it.
Yeah.
It's not marked in
I
your
didn't
inventory, it's
spend
in
it.
your platinum coin thing, so I assume that there's a good chance it's been spent because Skith had it and Skith
Ah.
spent all his money.
Hmm.
Almost.
We have
I
spent a lot
spent it.
recently.
There's a slight
Then we
chance
don't
it is
have
still
it.
there.
My theory's gone,
unlikely.
okay?
There's a slight
'Cause it
chance
had-
it's still there. He didn't spend all his money, but nearly all his money. I think he actually really went really down to like 1 platinum or something. So there's a good chance it's gone. And it's just in the Ashir Sanctuary now. Because that's where a lot of the money went, or preparing for the Ashir Sanctuary. Anyway, and now they're on their way by coach to Mast, which is a town of some kind that has formed around the Drowned Tower. One of the 12 big important towers of this world that allow people to gain levels effectively by doing floors in the tower. And their plan is to get a cheeky level up in because they're a little bit worried of some of the things that they have unwittingly unleashed upon this plane. And with that, I think that really sums it up. They have prepped, they have got like water breathing potions, spells prepared that involve water breathing bubbles, a lot of water breathing. So,
Or just not needing to breathe. That works too.
or not needing to breathe, yes.
You know what we
They've
did forget, though, homies? Swimming. So,
That's the harder one.
I'm got good money on us leaving midway through this one. I'm not confident.
you think so? You don't think we're gonna finish? We need to level up.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think we're gonna
But-
pull it off.
Not dying is more important, I
Okay.
guess.
Oh, for sure. Well, we could get some magic items at least that might help us with another run. But oh my god, I was like, swimming. Oh yeah,
Get some
we thought
cheeky
about the
gold room
breathing.
items, leave halfway, use them, go in again.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
could
think that
just
might.
we could just say sod it, gold run. Just go for all the gold keys and then just leave halfway.
Yeah. Anyway,
We can
One-
certainly roll for it.
One day I want to do one of those on purpose. I think it would be cool because then Perrin can go all out on like 3 rooms. It'd be a good time.
so
That would
With
be
that-
cool. I'm down.
having napped the last bit of your long rest in the coach, you are awoken as you get to the other end. And you don't need that music anymore. This is where I need my like cart music that I've been told never to play again. So, as the cart pulls to a stop, Saban swings in through the window, like a very lithe cat. We are here. So, are you awake? Your tower awaits. I assume you had a fulfilling rest after your shenanigans. You look out of the windows. Mast is a bit like, very unlike most of the cities and towns you've been to. It is the culmination of a couple of little villages that used to be around this bay. Around this bay. And they have, through one method or another, kind of come together. Just by growing, by people just putting up shacks, putting up temporary housing and lodging. Some of it just putting up well-guarded warehouses to protect things that were obtained in voyages by the multitude of different entrepreneurial vessels that would call this their home port. The vessels themselves would fly under a variety of flags, but would definitely be targeting whoever along the coast might carry valuable cargo. From time to time, they've acted under the flag of one nation or another, but since being conquered by the Lemurian Empire a few decades ago, a lot of that has changed. There are now a few more permanent buildings, including a little bit back from the shore, a relatively large stone-built building that is akin to a mini fortress. And you note that there are the symbols of the Lemurian Empire flying from it on banners. It appears to be whatever small garrison they would afford this place. Many of the actual larger buildings appear to be ships that have been either pulled up on ground, either as wreckage, or that were damaged and weren't able to be salvaged in such a way it would be worthwhile. And then a couple of them are actually just ships that, for one reason or another, were dry docked and then appear to have been turned into more permanent fixtures. And these litter the shoreline. It is not a kind of circular city like most cities are, where they tend to focus around a central point. This is a city where it would only take you about a minute to walk to the shoreline from any point in the city, because it is all arrayed around the edge of the bay. It's a very long, thin construction, and it's very ramshackle in nature. But you can see out in the middle of the bay, the tower itself, the ground tower. And it appears to be an amalgamation of rock and shell, which is constantly spouting water from the top that drips down the sides. And you can see kind of plumes of spray coming off it in places. The wind occasionally whips, and then that spray will just kind of give off kind of a long line of kind of this white particulate just off the side. And around it, a lot of vessels just moving, keeping anchor, but all seemingly focused on moving around the drowned tower itself. Notably, the base of it seems to start below the water. And you do know that there is a construction out front, pulled a little bit away, but you can see kind of what appears to be kind of a floating construct, a building of some kind, but more of a frame. There does seem to be ships moving up and back from that, kind of unloading and loading. So, your slot is at about 3 hours from now. It, of course, will take you a little while to get out there. You'll have to pay someone for passage. You can kind of simply walk. He checks you all over again. He's like, you probably cannot walk over there, so bear that in mind for your time. However, feel free to prepare as best you need. If you don't need me, I'm going to get very, very hammered. I know some very nice bars around here that serve a certain type of tobacco.
What's the going rate for getting transport over there?
Depends on who you ask.
How much is too much? What should I haggle down from?
Put it this way. There is 4 of you. You will fit in a rowing boat. You are not hiring a galley.
All right then.
But the general going rate around here is whatever you will pay.
We should grab some lunch as well. I bet they have very fresh bounty from the sea.
I imagine they've got your kind of food, yeah.
Also, has Arena got her bag of holding built for today, or did she unbuild it during the long rest?
Ooh. I think.
Oh,
normally...
but you also have a normal bag of holding, don't you?
Yeah. I don't build it, so I haven't been having that.
In which case, you just have a bag of holding with a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, I won't be able to bring it in the tower with me, so.
Bear in mind, that would be something that you all know because you've done it enough times and you have a bag of holding with you that you won't be able to take that into the tower.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Unless I put it inside the key. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if that'll work.
What does Perrin know about Umberlee and, you know, the correct ways by which you might honor Umberlee? Because, you know, in a normal tower, I feel like the gods probably don't care, but I feel like Umberlee's the kind that, you know, might actually care about someone following the correct, you know, rites and traditions and that kind of thing when dealing with the
make
tower.
a religion roll.
It's like there's a strong, you know, Umberlee thing when it comes to any sea travels. You always got to make sure to do the right offerings and that kind of thing. So Perrin's particularly aware of that in this case. 15?
15? Okay, pretty good for a goddess who's pretty well known. She is the goddess of the sea, of storms and bad weather when it relates to the sea. So that will include like the coast or storms that maybe come from the sea over land to an extent. There is a little bit of an overlap there with Cord, just because he is a kind of god of tempests in general. Passage is something that, while she's not the goddess of, because Passage is often by sea or has a very large connection historically with sea, is something that she requires a tithe for. And often a lot of people who worship her won't actually be like praying to her as in we really like her, as a lot of maybe people you know do.
I mean, we're
a lot of people who pray to her are more kind of like, yeah. And not praying to her because they like her, they're praying to her because they respect her. They respect her power, not because they approve necessarily. A lot of people will give an offering when undertaking a voyage. They'll normally, you know, throw something overboard, whether it be a bit of cargo, some gold. You have actually seen a very long time ago when you got a trip with a total captain. The total captain mentioned throwing some of the spice that they had in the hold overboard as kind of a tithe to Umberlee. A lot of sailors revere Umberlee in one way or another, but normally it's we just don't want to die. And so a small portion of your treasure or a small portion of your cargo is often what is given. Most temples or ways to worship Umberlee involve being on the coast, or in some cases being underwater, but nearly all the main temples are built on the coast. Tides, etc. are somewhat under her control, but also they do relate to the moon, so Saloon and Shah are vaguely involved there. She is generally considered sinister, cold and uncaring, and callous. Not necessarily playful and tricksy, but callous. So if she decides that your ship will sink, she's not tricksy. She won't necessarily then play around for ages like maybe Shah might, or the Traveler might with voyages. She will sink you. She'll maybe give you a bit of false hope or something, but it would be a decision. It is a thing of Tempest gods. So when they do their thing, it is known. She is also the patron of a lot of sea creatures, and especially sea aberrations, monstrosities.
All right. So, sudden thing I just remembered, just while it's in my head. Did I get the drift globe back from?
You did.
Forward? Okay, I did. That was still.
It was brought down to the area by the evil Corvid bot, and would have been easy for you to get afterwards because it was still lit.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that till now. And then I was looking through my items, like, is there something of, like, you know, personal importance I could throw in the sea that might, you know, go over well? The drift globe would not apply, obviously.
Yeah. Sure.
Arena would say to them,
If we have some time, I do need to talk to you guys about some things. Oh, and before we go in the day before, or we're going today, we might want to do a little bit of water breathing ritual.
Well, our slotted time is just in a few hours, so we're going.
Well, it looks like I am not needed. You can find me.
I would have waited for him to go away before he said that.
You definitely need me in one of the many taverns.
All right. Have fun.
Oh, I will. That's off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. What is it now, then?
Is where we are safe? Like, there's people around and stuff, right? Like,
it is the edge of town next to the carriage.
Yeah.
Well, we might want to find somewhere a little more private.
Could maybe try and quickly secure a room in an inn or something.
Or maybe the tent? I don't know. But something.
But we need somewhere to...
You two and your paranoia.
We need somewhere to put the tent. We can't just set it up in a courtyard or the street or anything.
Really, you can set it up anywhere.
I mean, you can just set it up somewhere, but, you know, it might not go down well. And if we're trying to have some, you know, conversation away from prying eyes, someone's prying eyes could come through the tent flap at any moment yelling at us.
But we're on the edge of town. Do you think people will come for us if we go out there and put up the tent?
I suppose we can do that. Where we are, like, are we just like on the side of the road and the cart's just pulled up somewhere?
Yeah, he said we're on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah, the coach is just kind of pulled up, and you're kind of near what appears to be kind of like an inn that is a little bit back from the town, but it's only a little bit back by like maybe 40, 50 meters. you can see that it's a little bit further. Everything then starts to kind of build up.
We can go set up the tent a little bit away from here, I guess. We've only got 3 hours till the tower, so it's not like we need somewhere to rest right now.
We're gonna
We can work
go
that out later.
We're gonna go march out in the forest or out in the wilderness a little bit and
There is no forest near here.
Okay.
Any trees were A, cut down a long time ago to turn into useful lumber, and B, the land inland from here, if it wasn't coast, is steppe. It is not somewhere you really get a lot of trees. So it's
or like
not
rocky.
More like just kind of dry grassland, but a very kind of arid grassland. So it's a very steppe kind of area, very flat, plain. Good area for horses. You do get some very well-bred horses around here, but beyond that,
so a little
the
grassy
coastal
field type of thing. We're gonna go put our tent out there.
any of the coastal forests around here have definitely been chopped down for lumber. So you walk out a little bit and plonk down your tent in a area of ground. Your tent is definitely visible for quite a distance because it's the only thing around here since you walked out a little way. What do you make it look like?
Ground, rocks.
A big rock.
Okay,
Big rock. Triangle.
It looks like a grey tent with a very faint kind of like pattern on the side.
Hell yeah.
Still a giant grey tent, though.
Covered bot will just be like outside walking around.
All right.
If you're really far away from it, you might be just, what's the word? Deceived. But
yeah. Arena will be like,
now you stay and watch guard, okay? We'll be right back.
And she'll go into the tent with them and say,
so I know I shouldn't have probably done this, but I did do this. When I was making all of our items that were going to be super helpful for our tower run, I might have opened your box key.
What box?
The little one.
I don't have a little box.
Not really big
Are
on
you
boxes,
sure you don't
I guess
have a
it's
little
more
box?
bags.
No, it was a little chest.
Nope. Not me. Where did you find it?
Inside of our room?
Oh, was it meant for me then?
I thought it was for you.
Someone must have left it in there. You said you opened it. You shouldn't go through other people's mail, Arena.
I know, but I was very curious.
What if it had been a bomb of some sort?
I probably would have exploded.
Well,
what
was it?
What was it?
If it wasn't a bomb.
Well, I have my theories of what it is, but I don't know. I tried to cast Identify on it, and I don't know. It's similar to the crystals in the tower, though. It's like a little chunk of it.
Do you have this box?
do I have it? I thought Skith had it. I'm very confused now because he's saying he
No,
didn't have it.
we swapped rooms, and it had been somebody had put it in the room for me, but you were in the room using the room at the time.
Yeah, then I
so
will
you were just
take
like,
it
"What's
out.
this?" And you opened it up.
Okay, I take it out.
I guess if it's not in the bag of holding, it is kind of obvious because it's like this big box, and Arena is 2.5 feet tall, so she has been carrying around this small wooden kind of box.
Is it heavy?
Inlaid with magic.
Or
it is
not really?
relatively heavy. It's a solid box. It's probably in the region of about 10 pounds.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Arena is like trying to carry this little box because
maybe not 10, like maybe about 8 pounds, I would say. But it is pretty dense. Like there is a heavy lining of lead to the inside of it.
well, I weigh like 40 pounds, so it's still pretty heavy.
Yeah, okay. It's yeah.
So
Actually, no, it would
Arena,
be £10 because of the lead. Sorry, £10.
Yeah.
Where
Arena,
did
like,
it come from?
tries to put it, like, puts it up in the middle of everybody and is like,
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I do.
she pulls out, like, a little thing. And
I think it is from Killian.
Right. More curious.
It is very bad penmanship, so I'm not sure.
and I hand it to Skith.
Well
leans in to
then,
read it.
everyone stand back.
Perrin reads the note.
I don't think you should open
The
it
note
again.
has since faded.
Stand back, Arena.
No,
I've got
stop.
this.
I don't think you should open it because let me tell you what happened when I did it. So, when I casted Identify on it, it didn't tell me what it was, but I could tell it's some kind of power and capable of lots of magical energy, and it kind of had its own awareness. When I was trying to figure out what it was, like it almost had a sentience to it. I could tell that we could probably use it for some kind of crazy magical potential for maybe powering something if we wanted. But the problem was, and the reason why I closed it back up and locked it, was because something was coming off of it. Like, going out. I tried to close it really quickly before it dissipated or something.
All right. Here's the
And
plan, Baron.
I will cast an illusion to show them what it looks like, so he doesn't have to open the box to see what it looks like.
Oh, I'm opening it.
You try, it's locked.
Oh, crap.
Sorry. Yeah, but in front of you appears to be kind of a chunk of crystal, mostly transparent, but with kind of a bluish sheen to it. It is very difficult to really replicate that with a static illusion, but from your perspective, it looks pretty decent. As soon as you shift your position, you're like, wait a minute, that's not doing the whole difference of like refracting light from where I look in it, but it does look pretty good from your perspective.
I want to cast legend lore on it.
How long does legend lore take?
Not long.
Is it a minute?
Doesn't it do damage to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
But we're gonna go into a
dodge from the
tower,
cloak.
so maybe do it later.
yeah, that's not a good time.
It takes 10 minutes.
You all might want to know before we went to the tower that I had this, and that if we don't want to take it with us. But I think it was for you, Skip. But it was in my room, to be fair. So, was it really wrong if I opened it?
It's my old room. We just traded. Don't mince words with me.
So what did the note say about this thing?
Minced. It just said Killian. In very, very bad handwriting.
That's it?
That's it.
The note definitely said more than that. I believe it said, "This is your share of the loot," or "I took my share of the loot, here's the rest."
Oh, maybe it did. In my notes, I didn't write that down. So.
Yeah, if Arena wants to relay that, the second part that Bentham said is basically correct. The note is now blank. It is empty parchment. Whatever was written on there has since disappeared. But, yes, it was effectively, I've taken my share of the loot. This is yours, I guess, Killian.
I'm assuming whenever you went into Skinface's place that they had this.
Yeah, sounds like
Both
that
of
must
you
be where
definitely
it's
recall
from.
that box. It is the one box that kind of completely survived the Vault's Inferno unscathed. Killian tried to look through it with Killian's weird eye and wasn't able to tell.
And we couldn't get to it at the time because the fire, right?
No, Killian
Or
got to it. It was the
Oh.
first thing Killian grabbed.
oh, right. Killian grabbed it and took it, and right.
That's
and then
why you've
later-
seen it, because Killian grabbed it and had it
Mm.
with them the entire fight.
This was in Skinface's
So we relay
vault. The one thing designed to survive the defense mechanism on the vault. Perhaps not intentionally, but
I think this box was made so that no one opens it, because whatever's inside is very precious.
you don't put a hinge on a box that you don't want to open.
Well, yeah, but intentionally you want to open it. That's why you
I
laughed.
just need to look at it for a second, and then I can legend lore it.
How did you get
We
into
can
the
close
box?
the box.
Marina grins.
Right.
You
so
immediately probably
not
guess
something we
what,
can do
what you did.
anytime.
Maybe we do legend lore another time. Won't it hurt you? And we're about to go into a tower. Just thought
Yeah,
you
we
might
don't-
want to know.
We don't like
Fine,
messing
I
with our
can do it
chances.
afterwards.
Yeah, as soon
But
as
something
we're
we
done,
might want to do is the ritual. The
We
breathing
can
one.
chug a few potions. I just need to look at it so I have a better... We don't need to keep the box open the entire time. I just need a good idea of what it is. We have the item physically, and once I have a better mental image of it in person, then perhaps we can... what is the word I'm looking for? Not abstract, extract more information.
I just
Soon
The
think
as-
more
we should
information
really
we
put it-
have, the more we get.
As soon as we're recovered from
I-
this run, we can open it and take a look.
That sounds
Fair
good.
enough.
But I would say maybe we need to put some kind of like bubble around it or something, because, like I said, something was seeping off of it.
It doesn't seem to be doing it now.
Also, there's something else that I might need to do. I was doing a little research on our key, and I think, well, I think maybe that I could, open it and see what is inside of it.
You
There
think-
might still be something.
Could I
could
detect
try
magic just to look at the box to see if what's going on with the box that's warded?
As a ritual?
I can do it at will with my cape, right?
Oh, yeah,
wait,
sorry.
that's-
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you can do it at will with the cape. So you just
Yeah.
flick on Detect Magic, look at the box. There is something going on there, but... Let me just look at the spell.
Oh, I'm trying to ascertain if the box is a magical type that is going to keep whatever's inside from leaking or
safe,
protect it. Yeah.
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 Looking at the box, you can tell a few things. Firstly, that there is some sort of abjuration spell on it, and infused into it, like it is part of the actual box itself.
Oh.
There is something on the kind of locking mechanism around the top, which seems like it is maybe triggered by being opened. Probably incorrectly. This is the typical kind of like, yeah, there's a trigger for being opened, but it would depend on being opened correctly. There is also something muddling these results, and it's a bit of a mess. Whatever it is, it's definitely got some kind of warding against certain detection things. It doesn't necessarily stop you seeing the box, though, which is why you're still getting that.
Does it remind me of like how the steel behemoth can't be looked into as well?
No, because if you tried to use this on the Steel Behemoth, you'd just see a completely mundane emptiness, because this is a divination spell, and divination spells are the one thing that just fall off the back of the Steel Behemoth like water. This, you can actually see the box. You're just definitely getting a sense that there are other things in play here that are maybe preventing extra detail being grabbed.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't being shielded from the god's view like the insides of the
The
steel
box can
behemoth.
definitely be seen. Like,
Yeah.
you can see it. You could probably target it with spells that target objects. The box itself seems to be fine.
But what's inside the box?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, but we can do it after the tower. That's fine. Otherwise, I'm just going to be wasting health potions to fill my health back up before we go in. So that's fine.
Alright. Well, I think we might want to make sure that we're prepared to make the proper offerings to Umberly for this particular run.
A little more to the key thing. I think that the key, there's something going on with it where it's similar to whatever's happening inside the box, that it's slowly dissipating in power. So I was thinking, I have an empty entropic soul core. Maybe we could put whatever is inside the key into that.
Still got that
You
old
know,
core?
try to put it into covered bot and see what happens.
Baron kind of thinks for a second, is like...
But isn't that the only way we get to open the box?
Yes, if you took that out, the key would go back to the state it was in before. But if the box is empty, as I suspected it was, then that's not the end of the world.
Oh, you're talking about the box in the key?
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Sorry, the key space thing. Like, we can check if that's empty, and if it is, which I think it would be, then it's not the end of the world if we lose that capability of the key, especially if we're going to eventually. And if the technology of the steel behemoths is built on the same basic foundation as Warforged, they could be compatible. Probably not perfectly. I can't imagine a soul core that small could work for something so complicated and powerful, presumably, as a steel behemoth. But if those things, if you can get those to work together in any way, I don't even know what you could do with that. I think it's worth a shot.
I just want to open the box one time so that I can get a good read on what's inside. We can close it shortly after.
Oh yeah, that box. I meant the box in the key. We can get a
right.
look in that. That's empty, probably.
There's many boxes happening, apparently.
Yeah, there's the real box and the ethereal box.
Maybe we call it the chest, and then we call it the inside of the cup.
We could call
What
it...
if we
Key
opened...
Space was a good name. I like Key
Yeah, I
Space.
do like Key Space. I was very proud of that one.
What if we opened the box, the wooden one, and took out the gem or whatever is inside, and then put it inside of the key box?
Well,
And then closed it, and then took the power from it, and moved it to your core.
then
And then
the gem
the
would
crystal would be trapped, but maybe not leaking as well, and more protected than in the wooden box itself.
We
Well, it's
could try
only-
that after the tower run.
Well, is it only leaking from the box when the box is open?
That's all I could tell is that it was doing it whenever I had it open.
doesn't
And then when I closed
appear.
it, it didn't do it anymore. Also, I
It
didn't
doesn't.
touch it. I didn't know if I should touch it, so I didn't. Because last time someone tried to touch a crystal like that, it did not go well, and then it disappeared.
That's why we dump it.
If that thing
From the
works the
box.
same as the tower crystals, then it was a very good idea that you didn't touch it, and a very bad idea that you looked at it.
Sorry.
No, if it is a piece of the
I
tower
forgot
crystal,
to mention, similarly to how when I look at the tower crystal, I kind of had that same feeling.
You think it might be a piece of a tower crystal?
I think so, or something. I have many theories.
How could that even... Unless...
I'm sure Mistra would be very interested in this.
There is a theory that there was a
That is-
13th tower once. That could
And
be
my
where a
theory
chunk
kind
of...
of involves Mistra. Now that you mention her, Skeeth.
Just gonna make an in check real quick.
Has Mistra kind of, disappeared? Maybe all the
Nat
crystals
20.
are part of her.
The E... Okay, so Perrin pauses for a second and then goes... Oh my god.
What?
I can't believe it. Of course. The crystals. Whenever we've looked at one of those tower crystals, what has happened to us while we've been in one of those chambers?
It makes me obsessed with it. Like I want to stay there forever, and I want to learn all the things.
I haven't been allowed to look at one yet.
Yes, because when you do, you become obsessed with knowledge of
I'm
magic.
already obsessed with knowledge of magic.
Well, yes, it would be.
Well,
It
I'm
would
already,
compound it
so
for you. But the point,
by default, that just happens.
it's Mistra. That's Mistra's influence.
That's what I just said.
I know. I needed a minute to realize. This is what we've been dealing with this whole time.
And we have our champion, apparently.
Maybe we should let you look at one of those things. You might see something we don't.
Oh, I'm so excited now. We need to hurry and do this tower.
Well, you better
we
be
can't
ready
do it
to
in this
knock
tower.
me out.
We can't do it in this tower. We have no idea what's going on with the
after
Herald.
The tower. I meant after. You know,
Okay,
hurry up and
yes.
do
What
the tower. And
if-
then after the tower. Oh, does this
Wait
mean I
a
don't get to use my
moment.
key on the tower?
What if we
no,
opened
we
it
can't.
up, and if it's leaking power, then I can use my pearl of power to absorb some of it and be like, here, Indri, I got tower power for you.
I don't think we even need to give Rendry that anymore. We can just show him this thing if it is
I
what...
want my ring back, Baron.
I think it'll get
Oh,
us
yeah.
the ring back. I think we can skip the Pearl of Power step.
You
But
guys are good at the
what-
negotiation part. I will stay
Would
out
it-
of that if that's what your plan is.
Is it wise to let other people know about the existence of the crystal when I can simply
it
offer
is
him what he
probably not.
asked for in return
That's-
already?
That's true. We can
I
fake it. What's
agree
he
with
gonna
that.
know?
It's not faking it. It is just a little workaround.
I wonder if-
I'm just theorizing.
If that's a chunk of one of these crystals, and if that's a chunk of Mistra, what the hell
I
did
could
it
stick
come
it
from?
into my chest, just like your metal, Baron. We could be
I
best
have
friends
theory about
forever.
where
Don't
it
do
came
that.
from too, but
All right.
I don't know if you want to hear it.
He said, "Don't do that."
This could be from the 13th tower. I wasn't even sure if that was real.
So my theory, well, that could be a thing too. That it could be part of the 13th tower. But also, there was a skin forge that went into the tower a long time ago. How else do you think Skinforge got this?
Maybe they
Skin
completely
plates.
replaced the tower crystal in that tower.
We'd have to get it from somewhere, but
You guys can keep theorizing. I'm going to start this ritual before it gets too late.
We need to procure passage to the tower as well. We don't want to be late.
how long does that ritual take?
It's like 10 minutes, right?
We've got 3 hours. Well, maybe 2.5 now. It's not a
But
rush.
you promised me lunch.
So I'm
It'll
gonna
take
cast-
10 minutes.
Yeah. And I think after she's finished casting that on you guys, I mean, I don't know if it really helped them, but it's still gonna. I can do up to 10 creatures, so I'm gonna put it on all of us, including Corvid Bot, because
Don't
why
forget
not?
Thunder, he's here.
Oh yeah, and I'll put on Thunder too.
I am here.
we'll leave the tent
Translate
and
for
we'll-
me, Perrin.
we'll do it on-
I too would like to breathe underwater.
Yeah, Thunder's
put it
out
on
of the
everybody.
tent keeping watch. In case anyone
Yeah.
comes up like, what's this tent doing here?
We leave the tent, we do the ritual, and then Arena will say at the end of it,
But be careful because someone could dispel this from you and then you can't breathe. So make sure you have a potion handy or one of my bubbles.
Is Corvidbot alerting us to something?
yeah, is he alerting us to something? Is he freaking out? What is
You can't see Corvibot. You've got the tent down and
I
closed,
stick
but
my head
Corvibot
out.
is...
No, we said we're out of the tent if I'm casting the ritual.
Are you casting out the tent?
Well, because I need everybody near me, including Corvidbot and the horse.
I mean, Thunder can stick his head in, and Corvibot doesn't need to breathe, but sure.
Yeah, I said I'm just gonna cast it on everybody
Okay.
anyway.
In which
because-
case, during the course of the ritual, towards the end of it, as you are doing magic out in the open, a group of about 6 people head your way from the town. They're wearing kind of loose clothing. One of them has kind of like a handkerchief knot at the back around their head. All of them miscellaneous accoutrements. One of them is festooned with pistols. One of them has kind of 2 scimitars. One of them definitely at some point has kind of lost a leg in a horrific accident and now has a peg leg, but it is hinged in the middle of the peg, and as they move, you can see it's actually kind of moving with them. They also have 2 cats.
Scallywags.
You know, there's a fee for doing magic on our turf. You must be new around here.
This is your turf? I look around.
We are new. Do you make it a habit
We're on
of picking
turf.
fights with unknown strangers?
It is indeed turf, yeah. Grass on the ground, on soil. It's turf.
Well,
Vanorsil, purveyor of turf.
how much turf
Pleased
do
to
you
meet you.
purvey?
For your purposes, enough. I, of course, bring my associates so we can greet you properly as new adventurers. I see you've also set up a tent, although I don't see where that tent went. You very quickly took that down. There is also a fee if you do wish to set up a shop with a tent round here for, you know, you want to stay the night or anything, that can be arranged. I can always purvey you guards as well to make sure that no one would steal anything from you, obviously.
Say new adventurers?
Well, you are new round here.
That's true. We're new
I rolled
to
an
this
insight
town.
check to see if what he's saying is true. It's
Oh,
bad
yeah,
roll, but
definitely.
it
He owns
doesn't
all
be
the
Need an
turf,
nice.
insight
yeah.
check for this.
You are obviously not new adventurers, I can tell by your attire. Do not worry. So,
I think we're good.
well, your friend is in the middle of a very complicated spell of some kind. I wouldn't want to interrupt her by any untoward nuisance. The fee for turf rental, let's say 2 gold.
Sure,
And
just
we'll
show
make
us
sure
your
to guard you.
credentials.
Oh, I've got my credentials right here. He taps on the scimitars.
Oh, I've got my credentials right here as well. And he holds up his staff.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. I
What
forgot.
level are you? I'm level 25.
Of course you are. I am mighty Mr. Level 25. Now, here's the thing you don't get. I'm connected around here. And these are my boys and girls. And then back in town, I'm connected there as well.
You're
If you
about
don't
to be
fancy
connected
being-
to the ground that you purvey a little bit better. 6 feet under, perhaps.
Make an intimidation check.
I'll use forceful presence. My
Do
once
you get
per day.
advantage on that? Yeah.
Okay, once per day advantage.
You're gonna use it here?
Hell yeah.
23. As you say this, like, that,
Once per rest, I think. I don't know.
I think it's once per day force of presence. I think it's a long rest, right?
fine.
You
Yeah,
just
once
might want it
per
for the
short or
tower.
long rest. Short or long,
Okay.
it says.
Oh, so maybe can you?
That innate, powerful presence, kind of the world, ever so slightly, there's a slight vibration. And this comes out as like a deep, booming bellow. Within the background, just a little bit of a kind of growl or snarl from something that should be far larger than you. And you see a couple of them, like, take a step back. Both of the cats actually just leave, because they're aware that there's a big predator around here and they do not want to be here.
Oh, shit.
You might say they're scaredy cats.
Don't
Might
intimidate the intimidator.
Right, well, you know what? We got off on the wrong foot. What I meant to say is that, I can be of assistance to such powerful adventurers in town.
Oh, we are looking for a ride.
All right. where exactly do you want to go? Your ride, oh great and powerful rod master.
That will suffice. We're going to the Drowned Tower. We have an appointment.
Of course you do, Rod. So,
Rod.
when?
It's about...
My
Maybe we should talk lower as well, to not disturb your friend as she finishes the... And at this point, Arena finishes the ritual.
It's about 2.5 hours, I would say, at this point.
Right, it'll take you about half an hour, so you've got time, I guess. Do you need guides? We can provide you with the most local of color. You're looking for curios, knickknack, or do you need someone else to cast powerful spells to make you mighty as you go into the Drowned Tower?
If we could get the benefits of an aid spell on us, that would be nice.
Or something
does that
swimming
stack
or
with inspiration? My perk.
No, it is different. It is not temporary HP. It gives you an increase to your maximum HP. So they do
Okay.
different things.
Oh, they stack then. Yeah, that's sick.
Benefits of an aid spell would be nice. And I would also... I'd like to visit... Do you have Shrines of Umberlee, or is it a more... Is it not really that kind of deal? I know
He
tossing things
suddenly
into the
looks a
sea...
little bit hesitant. He looks at you up and down. Do you have any indication that you worshipped Erithis? I guess you probably don't.
No,
right?
the thing burned into his chest is not visible.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks you up and down, looks over at the big stone building that is a fair, few hundred meters away. Of course, there might be some multi-faith of the, multi-faith chapels or temples. The Lemurian Empire demand, of course, are great benefactors of the Empire. Such places don't really have a large sitting of Umberlee. They tend to be very much focused on the other gods.
Well, when
Dark
visiting
Pact,
a
a little
tower,
bit more.
when visiting a tower, one can't neglect honoring the corresponding god in whatever correct ways should be done. Traditions are important.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
I don't know. Such things would probably be highly suspect, and I wouldn't know about them. I could maybe ask, but I'd need to grease a few palms to get the information you need. So if you want me to inquire about that aid spell and inquire about other places that might not be exactly kosher, I can do that for you. Is there anything else you'd want? Your list of demands increases every minute.
We'll pay a fair amount for services, but we won't be extorted.
Of course, I would not think to extort you, O great rod master.
Always have time for an honest businessman. The dishonest ones that we take offense with.
Right. Is there anything else you'd be wanting in your pre-tower time?
I look to the other two.
Rena will tug your leg and be like,
What about something for swimming?
We've got. You can buy like water wings.
Water wings. I want water wings.
Karen shakes his head. We could benefit from something that helps us to fight underwater. Magical items.
You come to the
potions.
Drowned Tower at your 25 levels without any way to fight underwater.
It's our first time at this particular tower. We've sorted out the water breathing, we've not quite got a handle on the water combat.
Right. Well, I can recommend a number of merchants of spears and tridents, all of which are perfect for underwater combat. Obviously, there are javelins, few things like that.
Anyone who purveys potions to help you maneuver underwater or something like that?
I know one or two alchemists who have interesting wares. I don't know about the water swimming thing. Maybe.
Worth a look.
So, all asking about all these things and giving you a couple of guides to take you around, and he looks around like all the guys that he came with have run off while he's been talking. I will guide you myself. Let's say 20 gold. Mostly because you want me to ask about religion stuff that I would not have any knowledge of.
Aaron smirks a little bit, I think.
That seems expensive. It's more than if I stayed inside of an inn.
Well, your inn would be very legal, and also would not have weird potions and expert.
I don't do the
local
haggling.
cover. Perfect. A man I like to have on the other side of one of these discussions. 20 gold.
Does this seem like a little much? Like maybe he's overselling himself a little?
Depends who he is and depends on his contacts. If he's excellent contacts, probably not. If he has no contacts, then definitely.
Aaron has
My
something
insight
of a
was really
dim view
bad,
of this
so-
guy. The fact that he approached them and demanded 2 gold for...
He has probably really good contacts, but maybe not like the best, but probably decent contacts at least, according to Arena.
I'll give him an insight. I'll see if I can like get a feel for like what he actually does and doesn't know, and whether he's BSing his capabilities. 13.
He probably has mediocre connections, but not great. But secret shrines to Umberly? Yeah, he probably knows them out.
How about we try 10 gold? 5 times your going rate for, pitching a tent on your turf.
Let's go with the turf rental of 2 gold and your 10 for services for such excellent rod masters.
A little bit sneaky, but I think we can swing that.
Perfect. 12 gold.
I'll pull out 12 gold. And I'll go up to him as well, and as I hand it to him, I'll sort of lean in and say, just in case there's any misunderstandings, Near-Dearth, born and raised.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yes, sure. Thank you for your right.
I'm looking forward to exploring your multi-faith temples.
Of course. I know a couple of people down the docks who can easily row you across. No problem. They probably won't charge much, especially if I tell them to be as respectful. I also know a couple of places I can ask around for certain potions. You all want to go to the Shrine of Umberly now, then?
I'd love to.
Is your horse coming with you?
Anybody like horses?
It's not really horse friendly. There are stairs and it's pretty narrow.
You can wait outside. Or, you know, down the path, as the case may be.
Okay.
He can look after himself.
He's trained very well.
Right. Okay. Well, let's shall we?
Alright. I'll follow him.
Is everyone going to the Shrine of Umberly then? Yeah. Okay.
May
I'm gonna
as
mount
well.
up on Corvid Bot.
Oh, you mount up on Cobot. Okay. As you ride into town on a metal robot crow that is like 6 foot tall almost, this 2.5 gnome, people do stop and stare.
Reno will wave.
He kind of takes a couple of turns into what appears to be kind of like a very narrow alley and then another narrow alley. And you can see this partially kind of tipped over old galleon is kind of the center of this neighborhood. And as he leads you closer to it, you get to kind of these poles that are kind of dug into the ground and up against the hull. And a lot of people have kind of put their buildings against it, using it as kind of one side. Kind of pulls back a section of boarding after looking around furtively and gestures in. It is very narrow. This is the section where the hull, the keel, would like begin to turn up. It's that little section there as the keel begins to turn up that is being kind of boarded off. Boards put in front, and it's very low. It's like 4 foot, 4.5 foot. They kind of gesture you all in. Down. You might want to leave the metal bird horse thing.
All right.
Reno will jump off of it, pat Corvid Bot 2.0 and be like,
Can I ask
All right,
you
you have
to
stay here.
ask it to stay, you know, a little bit further away from the entrance to the secret underwater temple thing, right?
All right. Can you go over there?
I'll direct Thunder to... Or is Thunder already have to be left behind?
No, Thunder can walk this far, but...
Okay, yeah. I have Thunder go with Corvid Bot to just, you know, a random spot in the vague vicinity.
I wish they could talk to each other, but they can't.
And I tell Thunder to, you know, warn me telepathically if anyone tries to mess with either of them.
Hey!
Ooh, that's good, because Corvid Bot can't be surprised, so he could freak out, and then the horse would be like, dude, your bot is freaking out. Love it.
So you enter into this kind of narrow, it's not quite a crawl space, but you definitely have to bow your heads, all except Arena, who is fine. He kind of comes in after
Oh,
you.
this is
Shifts.
perfect. I heard it's very cozy.
There is kind of very faint light coming from the end, and as you kind of get closer, you do realize that this is some sort of bioluminescent moss that's constantly like over the side of the hull and is just faintly glowing. And as you get to the end, there is a small figure, and they look up, and you see a face of what does actually appear to be a gnome, maybe a 3 foot tall, but very kind of hunched over, so they're kind of a ball of about 1.5 foot. They look up at you, and they've got long beard, long hair, and it's matted with seaweed and probably like a bit of old food. You're here to pay respects to the Wave Mother.
We are.
She'll be expecting a tithe. We brought suitable.
Is gold suitable?
Gold is always suitable. Come on. And they kind of get up and they continue on. And you get down a little bit. It seems like the actual earth here has been kind of excavated. And it opens up into what is probably only about 2 meters wide by 3 meters long, but you can stand now. And at the end is a kind of cracked stone effigy of Umberlee, covered in shells. And it is probably about ankle deep in water, except for Rena, who it's maybe almost eye deep. There do appear to be a couple of eels swimming around in there. Very murky water. And there is a mishmash of stuff kind of in front of the altar. A couple of cracked bottles of what might be wine. Small kind of pouches that are closed. A spread of coins. But not a huge amount. There's not a lot of wealth here. You're here to pay your respects. Go ahead.
How much should we give? Like,
100.
Whatever
I
you,
was thinking
you
like
guys
10.
think.
Just like, which is already probably a lot, but I feel like, being stingy is how you get in trouble.
So take what you were gonna give and double it.
Why don't you do like 5 each? We each put 5 down.
About your offering. Umberlee is a very fair goddess. She requires a tribute of your cargo when you're at sea. Obviously, when you're not, it is a tribute akin to your station. It's part of your value, just as if you were a ship plying the sea.
A copper from a
Mr.
beggar would be of
Fancy
great value.
Armor and giant hammer.
A copper from a beggar would be of great value, but a copper from a nobleman would be an insult.
A shame that Fancy Horse isn't here. Tributes of animal are accepted too.
Gold each?
Can I give my Vez grenade as well?
Some sort of magical orb that might well be accepted as tribute. Does not have to
Certainly,
be gold.
just it does explode. That is its purpose.
How much do
This is a weapon.
How much do the Vez grenades cost to make?
Tribute
Like
of such a suitable item.
technically
would
like
be
50, but I think
pleasing.
only 25 because I pay half price or something. I'll double check.
Slap him a Vez grenade.
Action, the Tempest, is a personification of the Wave Mother. Such a grenade might be suitable.
I was gonna give my
160
holy statue,
gold.
but it's of a different god, so that might not be a
Yeah, no.
good
Not go down well.
idea. But it represents me really well, and it's a personal item, so
Is that
it
the
makes sense
Sarenrae
in that
one?
regard. Yeah, but
I don't think
it's of
'cause-
another god, so
Yeah, not just
It's not
another
my
god,
god.
from the other side of the pantheon. It's Dark Pact versus Divine Host. I feel like it would go down.
yeah,
badly.
okay. I don't have anything else besides a Vez grenade that isn't gold to give.
It's 80 gold per. That's
Oof.
80,
Okay.
oh god. I don't know.
Because I made 2 for 160 gold.
I mean, we'd probably get all the favor from Umberly in that case, but like, it's a lot of money.
So
I'm gonna just give them my one Vez grenade. We got multiple ones, okay?
cast it into the water at her feet to make it a suitable offering, and make your request of the Wave Mother.
Would you like to do it, Arena, since you made the grenade?
All right. Well, this is a good idea, but we'll see if she likes it.
She takes the best grenade, walks in the water, which is now like up to her waist. I have to go like up to the shrine thing, right, and put it there, or do I just put it in the water and it floats towards it?
Cast it into the water, or if you really want, you can place it at the statue's feet. But most people just cast it into the water.
I think she's gonna place it at its feet, primarily because it's like an explosive device. She's not just gonna like throw it that direction. Arena will kind of walk over to the feet of the statue. As she gets closer to the statue, does it look any different, or?
No. It is, you notice it's definitely like a bit of a chipped statue. It's old, and this has been removed from somewhere else because it doesn't have feet or even a lower body, particularly around the knees. It is broken, and someone has kind of crudely done a kind of mock imitation leg for it to sit on, but it's very crude.
Do I think that I could repair the leg with like mending?
Mending would require there to actually be all the bits. This does not have anything below the mid leg.
Gotcha. Okay, just a question. I can't repair it then. You know, I am an artificer, so if I see something broken, I want to fix it. And I think she puts it down on the feet and looks up and says,
I'm a carpenter.
I don't know if that you will find this useful, but I put a lot of heart and soul into the creation of it. Hopefully you will protect us in your tower.
and she just places it down. Looks up.
Slippery eels flop against your feet. Kind of quiet
Are
moments.
the eels considered small beasts?
They are beasts and they are small.
Arena will totally try to interact with them.
What are you trying to do?
I think she's just gonna try to what is this? What does it say here then?
You can communicate simple ideas with small beasts.
Oh, simple ideas. I don't know if there's what I could say or how I could portray this in a simple way. So I guess maybe not. I think she just tries to like pet them, you know, try to make them happy. Like, I don't know what eels would like, but I'm assuming because
you try and pet the eels, and you definitely get, because you can communicate the simple ideas. You communicate the simple idea that I would like to pet you, and one of the eels just kind of swims in circles around you and then away, and the other one gives you a tiny shock, not enough to do damage, but just enough to be like, you get the sense of the simple idea of, we're not petting animals.
Yeah, that's fine. She's like,
oh, well, that was interesting. It is okay. Not everyone wants to be pet, but I hope you are all.
Did she just
happy
try and pet the servants of the Wave Mother?
I think so. It's not a sin, is it?
That's interesting.
and she will like leave a little bit of crumbs of some of her rations in the water for them and wade back.
That's a very small additional offering. But
And if you want me to
Counts.
remove a ration, I will.
You can give an entire ration if you want.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, you dump an entire ration into the water.
I mean, she
Aye,
sprinkles
that's
it.
more like it. The flickers of light, kind of booming sound of waves crashing. And you see the water kind of lap up against the statue, and the grenade is kind of pulled with the water back into kind of the trough of water that encompasses the entire area.
I think it's
Serena's doing
done.
this.
A good sign.
Yeah. Karen, what's your passive perception? Because Arena's
10.
doing that at the time. 10. It's fine.
Damn.
I don't even need to ask Skith.
No. It's not good. It's not good.
Yes, can't see anything.
Oh.
There's either some like magical sign of Umberly that we've missed out on seeing, or we've missed out that there's a guy in the water who just grabbed the grenade and then slunk away.
Yeah, it's like
It's
Wizard
one
of
of the
Oz
two.
style.
It's either side of that. This is either a complete sham
Ask
or
me in the
gods
after show.
are operating.
Ask me in the after show and I might tell
Ooh,
you.
okay.
Okay.
After show, I'm gonna make a note of that.
You are led out. And your guide is back. Let me have a quick look. Anorcel has been busy, so he had a look. I can find you one potion.
What kind of potion exactly?
So, wrong voice. So, right. I went and had a look. Still the wrong voice. God damn it. It's meant to be Cockney. Aye.
It's okay.
So, I'm just gonna say it's this. It will cause you to web your hands and your feet. And you will be able to move underwater. As if you were born there.
Alright, how long does it last?
You also gain gills.
How long's it run for?
I think they said like 2 hours. He looks over at Skith and then back. This person tends to exaggerate a little bit. It might be a bit less.
It's usually an hour on the actual, I
Yeah,
think,
probably
alter
an hour.
self spell. Since I've had that spell before, and that's what it sounds like is alter self.
That might be it.
Okay, 1 hour of free movement underwater. Not bad. Can we get health potions anywhere? Could do with a couple more.
I didn't ask. They might have one or two.
think
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
have
take us
0.
to the apothecary and I could ask them. Wouldn't go amiss. The more health potions, the better.
Better than 0, yeah.
Yeah, normally we stock up way more than this before run. And a lot of... Actually, I don't know how much you guys have, but my supply...
0.
Oh dear.
For health potions,
Yeah,
um,
I've got 2.
I have 3 normal health potions. I gave 1 to Skith. I had 4 before.
Was that
him
before the
1.
fight with Corvid or after?
I think it was
That was,
before or after. I don't remember. It was last.
All I
episode
know is
gave
I
him
have
1. So
Anything
he
in
must
your
have
ring?
drank it.
Oh no, I have one. It's at the very top of my sheet. Sorry, I was looking at
Yeah,
the
I
bottom.
thought I gave you one so that you had one, because you used the one you had in your ring.
Yeah, I have one at the top of my sheet.
It'll also be in the charges section of like item charges and stuff on your sheet.
Oh yeah, one there as well. Yeah, same. Yep.
Also, is it? Oh, I see you did change the date. Or no, the same. It's the same date. Is it still Moon's Day?
You traveled Sunday night, so it would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, more health potions would be useful.
I'm usually happy with like 2, with one in my ring and one on my belt.
Because just an FYI, I don't have 10 of those stabby things anymore. I only have 6.
We can go have a look. I need to reset this voice. I don't know how. Right. So, I talk like this, and then I really do it on. There we go. So, I'm going to have a look. I don't know if they'll have a lot of health potions left, but maybe some.
Worth a shot. Actually, I still have 20 miscellaneous potions from
Oh God, right?
Skinface's
Yes. And they are in your bag of holding, and that bag of holding will at some point be emptied, presumably, or you'll have to leave it with someone. Yes.
lair. Okay, so maybe we need to do some taste testing.
Okay.
Ugh,
Taste testing.
Okay,
Yay.
that's me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're immune to poison. I'm immune to disease, but that's unlikely to come up in those things.
I'm immune to nothing.
Those potions are noticeably old, and you will not get a sense of exactly what they do by just sipping them or anything like that, because they are off. So some of them will just not give you any idea, and
Can
some
I
of them...
check with a brewery like skill?
Brewery-like skill?
Yeah, like my brewing skills.
I mean, I've got herbalism.
Brewing would not apply to potions. Herbalism
Okay.
applies to some. Alchemy applies to others.
alchemy.
And no, not really, because they are each unique and very, very old.
Can I do identify? But that'll take me a long time to do every single one.
A minute for identify?
Yes,
If
it's
you
10
cast it as a
minutes per-
spell, otherwise it's 7 minutes, yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we literally don't have enough time to identify them.
But we
all.
could look. We could at least identify a few of them. The ones that look-ish the most like possibly health
Yeah,
potions. We
identifying
line them
one
up.
would
Okay.
help us because it would give us an idea of what this is. Because
Yeah.
it could just be embalming fluid. That's still a possibility,
Yeah,
or something like that.
because that was by that weird dead body too, right?
It was in covered in Skinface's lair, and he likes to collect
Yeah.
and preserve skin to wear. So
Well, and they
there's
had a
all sorts
casket of,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, of vampire.
it was a demon.
yeah, I don't think it was actually a vampire.
It was a demon. Fairly certain.
Which is awkward. Shouldn't have left that unattended.
Yeah, that could have been
Yeah, I
why
can
Killian was
do-
interested in being there.
Identify ritual on one.
Let's say you can do that while you walk to the potion cellar. Oh, let me random up a potion.
Uh-oh. Do they all look the same or they're all different?
Oh, they're all completely different.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Isn't that-
So,
Oh,
this is a plain metal flask with a screw top. It has on the side a faded label that is completely illegible and just has faint glowing where the ink is kind of dispersed into the old kind of parchment of the label. Are you casting Identify on the actual fluid inside?
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the top. There is a noticeable kind of smell of cinnamon. And there's kind of a purple liquid which has kind of bubbles, but they're not like coming out, they're just kind of suspended in it.
Boba. I'm just kidding.
Kind of. You cast Identify and like have to touch the liquid to do this because touch. There is a prickling sensation on your finger, and you learn that this potion is, how do I describe this? Very old. Very, very, very old. And whatever it used to do is likely still around, but there will be side effects. And it is really hard to get anything from the Identify spell because the version of the Identify spell you're using is given by a tower. This potion is very old and does not seem to work with the version of the Identify spell. You do still learn, however, that this potion definitely has a bonus and a side effect. It does seem to have penalties for being off, but it does still seem to have some potency to it.
I will relay that all to you, and that just makes Arena even more excited / concerned, and might help her theories.
Perrin puts the stopper
happening?
back in that bottle and says,
Yeah.
It's not a stopper, it's a cap that you have to twist it.
It's like,
flask.
yeah, it's like
twist
a
that
flask
back on. He's
sound.
like, okay,
It's
we're
a very
just
thin
filling
and
this up.
watery consistency, and luckily for you, it does not seem to go into the skin or be gaseous in any way.
What is Skinface doing with pre-cataclysm potions?
Told you my theory already.
Okay, we're not drinking these. We're taking these to Rendry. I feel like Rendry might know what to do with them.
Referring to the fact that there was a skin forge that went into the tower.
Well, the crazy thing about it, Skinford...
I'll drink
I
it.
didn't say anything. Perrin didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying it out loud.
Oh, no, this is something else. Perrin's like, how did he...
Okay.
And then kind of... Perrin trails off
Skith
at a
wants to
certain
drink
point
it?
after... Don't drink it. No one is drinking this stuff. Whatever
a
this is,
really
I don't
nasty
think you
old
can
energy
make
drink.
it these days. We need to spend a lot more time working out what exactly these things are, what they do, and perhaps most importantly, where they came from, and how they got in
Oh,
Skinface's possession.
That's my favorite thing. Maybe we could do a little alchemy.
Yeah, this is, I was hoping for, a couple health potions to be in the mix, but if they are, they're a whole different category of health potions we've never even seen that I don't want to mess with without proper understanding.
I will say that along with the Identify spell and just from the proficiencies you have, these aren't super powerful potions, but they were probably never mass produced. These are maybe something made by someone's pet project. They are individualized. Each one is very different. As you could probably also have guessed from the fact that everything is labeled differently and flasked differently and different colors, and they're all completely 100% unique each.
Yeah, there's a puzzle here that we can put together another time, and it might tell us something about Skinface and what kind of things he was doing. Or at least, the places he's been. Where he's looted stuff from. Not something to mess with right now. Let's get some health potions.
Alright. Didn't you ever learn how to make potions?
Well,
You
yes,
should have
but I
made some.
can't just, cook one up in 5 minutes. We got, less than 2
What do
hours
you
to get
think
to
I
this
was
tower.
doing? I made all kinds of things for you all.
No, you spent your time training and going to balls, and what else?
I was getting
You
his
didn't
access.
you didn't hear from Perrin for 2 weeks, actually, because Perrin was just in a lab making health potions for 2 weeks.
I mean, yeah,
want
no,
to
yeah.
come to Perrin's defense here.
Perrin spent 2 weeks doing nothing but make potions, and then he shipped off to the Lumarian Empire. We've since drank most of
That's
those
true.
potions, but all the rain ones we
Right.
have, Perrin made.
That's true. It's just not
Okay.
in the recent downtime.
No picking on him then.
Yeah, never mind.
Maybe when all this is over, I'll just become a potion maker. That'll be my profession.
I mean,
Won't even need
I'll
potions
I'll be
anymore
a
once it's
tinker
over.
maker. Tinker maker and potion maker.
So,
I'm gonna be dead probably by the time this is over.
also true. Again. You go into a very small, low shop. To relatively speed things up. They only have 2 health potions, but they also have a potion which, you correctly identified as a potion of alter self. It is a potion of alter self which only does the aquatic adaptation transformation, but it would also still require concentration, but it can be used and cast by anyone. You just need to drink it. You don't need to have it on your spell list.
How much is he asking for it?
150 gold.
Okay. I'd say go for it. It'll be fantastic in a pinch. Someone just
Up to
downs
you.
that and they can
You're
just...
the. I don't need it because I can cast
poor.
it yourself.
Yeah, I guess Perrin's the one that makes most sense for the swim speed, which kind of
Sorry,
means the gills
180
part is
gold. I
wasted,
read the
but
wrong line. 180 gold.
Okay. I say we go for it.
If you want, I can also cast alter self. So
Will it be an action to drink when the time comes?
Does last an hour though.
So yeah, it's a case of like
so it's not a bonus action. Like it takes a full action. To drink.
Only
the
health
bonus
potions.
action is usually just health
Yeah.
potions.
Okay. I was just checking.
I'll buy that.
Okay. You kind of take it out, sniff it. It looks and kind of tastes like very briny, murky water. And there's definitely like a bit of frog just floating in it.
Lovely.
Okay. Note it down on your sheet as a potion of alter self, aquatic only. And the 2 health potions are 50 gold each.
Do you want both the potions, Skith?
I have 3. How
Sure.
many do you have?
I
From
have
Perrin.
I've got 2.
Sent them. I got 2. Okay. He's got 1. Yeah, maybe he puts them in his ring.
I'll just put both in my ring then.
For my
I have
spells,
one on my
just
belt.
so you guys know, I've been debating if I want to remove Featherfall for this as well, but I did swap Blur for Alter Self, and obviously I wanted water breathing, so I swapped Fly for water breathing. I figured I'm probably not flying in water.
I mean, you might be able to fly over water.
True.
Who got the potions?
I
Skith.
put 2 in my ring.
Okay, straight into the ring. So you basically,
Yep.
like, at the counter, just unstop the potion, put your finger in, and they're like,
Yeah.
huh? And the potion just...
Save that for later.
I do give them the empty potion bottle back.
Yeah, recycle.
Sure.
We use recycle.
They are grateful.
I'm debating if I don't have Featherfall, but maybe it's just good to keep it, just in case.
Are you keeping it?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Unless people think there's something else I should take. I feel like nothing else makes sense.
Okay. In which case, we'll continue on that basis. Is there anything else you wanted before you headed over?
I think we're pretty prepared for a stream and a half.
Spears or anything like that? I mean, you've got your alter self if necessary.
Oh, I guess yeah. If there's weapons that like work better underwater, like if there's anything that doesn't have disadvantage if you're using it underwater because it's built for that, that would be nice.
Spears, tridents, etc. Typically in the rules it does say crossbows, but personally, no. Crossbows should have the same issue underwater. It doesn't make sense that crossbows can shoot like 600 foot underwater.
Yeah, I know. Everyone kept messaging me, being like, "Why didn't you just get a crossbow ball and still do range?" I was like,
it also wouldn't make sense. Like,
he said it doesn't work.
It wouldn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Crossbows are, yes, more powerful at very short range, but it's not going to help underwater after like an extra foot.
Like, are you shooting torpedoes? You know, like, come on. Or, I mean, I guess Serena could make us. It's just expensive. We already went over like the price of ammo to go underwater, and
yeah, I mean that's the exact thing you'd be doing. You'd be making special ammo for it.
Yeah.
Any weapon that is not a crossbow. Honestly, I don't know why you'd even have net in there, but I guess weighted nets are a thing, maybe, but it's still really hard to throw a net underwater. Thrown like a javelin, including spear, trident, or dart. Spear, trident, dart are fine. Short swords are also fine.
Oh, maybe it's time to.
What about lightning bolts?
They work underwater.
Is the crystal
they gonna
blade a short
electrocute me?
sword or a long
Crystal blade's a
sword?
long sword. Long sword with finesse. It's also why it's far
darts
taller
don't
than you.
Darts don't do very much damage. I don't want.
No, they're D4.
They're like 1d4 damage.
Also, boomerangs not great underwater either. Surprisingly enough, kind of weird.
Sad.
Yeah,
That was what I originally had, you guys. OG boomerang.
I gave you opportunity for a boomerang, and you turned it down.
I know.
So,
I still actually have my boomerang.
Spear,
but it's like
trident,
not a fancy
sword.
one. And I do have a crossbow.
Trident.
Yeah, we could just get some of those if we want, just in case.
The javelins
disadvantages.
work underwater, or
yeah.
Oh, okay, I've got
that's
some of
what he
those.
said.
They're heavier, so it would make sense.
Is a trident like a two-handed?
I think trident's still one-handed, but bear in mind that the thrown weapons just don't have disadvantage. They still lose their long range.
It makes more sense
how does
because
a
you're
trident
using
work?
your own strength to throw it rather than like the crossbow to project it, you know?
Trident
What does it?
is...
Do I just stab? Because I want a trident. That sounds awesome.
D6 melee, piercing, has range thrown, and is single-handed.
I probably wouldn't
versatile,
throw
though,
it
1d8.
unless I need to.
Is it?
Trident is, yeah.
Weird, because Roll20 has it 1d6 and no versatile. Oh, no, it does say versatile there. It just doesn't have the 1d8 listed. Yeah, it is 1d8 if you use it two-handed.
That's the beauty of it,
Fine.
is that you can use it two-handed.
I'll just zap everything. Oh, I guess unless it's like an electric eel, and that'd be really bad.
And Arena's shocking grasp cantrip works underwater.
Okay.
So is spellcasting affected by water? Like if you're rolling to hit with a ranged spell attack, that's still fine.
That's still fine. Created by
Okay.
magic.
What do we want to do?
downside-
If we want to do the cheapest one, we can do the cheapest one for us for melee weapons. Or if I can, a trident would be cool just for because it looks cool.
I might go for a trident. I don't know if I'll end up using it.
I mean, bear in mind weight limits because you're already going to be having to grab anything you need to take with you. Just a
That's
heads up.
true.
I know some of you are limited by weight, and if you want to take that box with you, it is 10 pounds. If you want to leave it outside, definitely let me know who you're leaving that with.
Yeah,
That's a thought. Go on.
Does this tower not have like people that take your stuff?
Okay, I was gonna ask the same.
Oh, it's
question.
loads of people
Like,
who take your stuff.
Is
Mm.
yeah, well, like so. Yeah, the Lumerian
No, I
Empire
meant,
has
like-
a sort of a control of this town. They have a presence. Do they have a presence at the tower?
Every tower
Minimal,
we've been in so
yes.
far has had like a process to be able to go in, and they always
There is
sign up and they take our stuff.
no obvious process from what you've seen. You have seen that there are some Lamarian officials, but it is impossible to have a large facility built around it because it is in the middle of the bay. So most you've seen was that kind of weirdly floating structure out front of it, which isn't huge.
Oh, here's a question. Does Mast have an Arathane's Emporium?
It's not.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry.
We're really out on the sticks here. We've been to the Beast Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they have buildings and ships, I guess.
Trident would be 5 gold and weighs 4 pounds. You could easily buy as many tridents as you really want. So,
Dragon's Trident.
also, still got the holy music on from earlier.
Just wondering if a trident is even worth the trouble, because, like, yeah, I get to attack without disadvantage, but it's gonna be a lower roll, it's gonna be less damage. I don't know if it's worth the trouble, really.
Well, I think we should just get them just in case as backups, in case we're having like a lot of struggles with disadvantages. We can always sell them later again. Like, we probably only need to take what we're gonna bring it with us. I don't need all the other mundane items I have.
No, you won't take like 20 miscellaneous unknown potions of, well, maybe something bad happened. We need to press the oh shit button. Glug, glug, glug,
I
glug,
think we
glug.
could leave those behind. I don't want to mess with that. Apparently, they've all got negatives for being old. And we
No,
don't
doesn't
even
mean
know what we
negatives.
do.
They just have a something else happens. Doesn't necessarily mean it's negative.
I mean, Skith did down one of those, right? And it just messed
Give
him
down
up.
like 2, both of which I rolled and they were like, they're poisonous. You take nothing because you're immune to poison from imbibed substances.
Oh, right. He didn't actually take any damage. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But
you
it
took
wasn't
no
a good.
damage.
It wasn't a good sign of the of things to come.
Yeah, but he also got some effects from them, which I can't remember what one of them was actually healing, so the other one I can't remember what it was.
I don't think
I
we
don't
need to get
either.
one for Skith, so probably just two tridents, 10 gold.
What do I need a trident for?
That's what I'm saying. We only need 2.
Why
Oh,
does
yeah.
Serena need a trident? She's got shocking grasp.
True. I could just shock and grasp. But no.
I think we're
I'm
good,
really-
y'all. I think we're over preparing. We're gonna have to run this thing at least 2 or 3 times if we actually even make it through. So
Well, we're gonna have to run it at least 3 times if we want all the levels from it.
exactly, but yeah.
So probably more than 3 times. We're gonna have to run this tower. Maybe not all in this session. Not all in a row. I mean,
We could also still get something in the tower that helps us too. I don't know. I think we're pretty prepared, honestly. We got ways to swim now. We've got potions, water breathing. Like, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, though, I'm good.
All right.
There could be electricity underwater. We literally just saw eels, so
yeah.
I imagine there's going to be eels. So yeah,
I'm friends with the eels. Maybe they'll give us a ride.
maybe.
It'll be a little shocking, but it'll be fine.
By the way, on the cart journey here, Perrin will have attuned to the Hungering Satchel because he has a spare attunement slot and it gives him spells, which makes up a little bit for the spells he's missing due to not having a god anymore.
Are you gonna take the trident or no?
Yeah, take a trident.
Okay, that'll be 5 gold. make sure you add it to your sheet. You can drag and drop the trident from the compendium, and it will add the weight. Who is carrying the crystal box, by the way? Because it's
I'm
it's
still
10
carrying
pounds.
it unless Skith wants it.
I mean, it's mine, so
Yeah, you
I'll
can take it.
carry it. Is that
Okay.
gonna
Take it.
over encumber me though?
It
just-
may.
Say 10 pounds.
Mhm.
Or you said 8. You said 8.
10. It was 10. I had to
Okay.
calculate the lead.
So that puts me at 116 total weight. Is that overweight for me?
It should highlight and come up like you are overweight if you are overweight. I don't think you are.
I am not overweight then.
Because you decided to take your dump stat as wisdom rather than strength.
I mean, I was very new to the game, and you were like, I'm willing, if you do that, to give you 2 points here. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, this is a
Yeah,
terrible,
strength is
terrible,
good.
terrible idea from a power gaming standpoint. So you can have like an extra reroll or something, and
Something
sure,
like that.
the best metagaming would have been to put it in strength. Are you sure you don't want to do this? I'm totally cool with this. You're
Look,
like,
it's
yeah.
made for very fun character development
Yes.
and role play and shenanigans, so I'm not even upset about
I
it.
think your weight limit is 135 off the top of my head because it's
Okay.
15 times your strength score.
It's not too bad.
I will remove the mysterious box from my equipment. Is your
I added it as
yours?
box of goodies on my sheet, but it's only one goodie. Box of goodie, I guess.
Yeah, make sure you put it as a singular. Otherwise, if I ever give you goodies, it might get confusing.
I
Box
called
of
it
goodie.
mysterious box.
That's a better, more accurate name, for sure.
Okay. Right, and Arena is not taking crowbar, kittens.
Well, I'm trying to go through them right now to
Okay.
figure out which things I'm bringing with me. That's what I'm literally
Yeah,
doing.
the weight limit you should be aiming for would be 120 because that'll be your weight limit. Also, you can go over that weight limit, and it just, I think, reduces your movement speed. And then you can go very heavy, but you would be reduced in movement speed. I don't know if anyone wants to do that.
How much is the reduction?
Um,
Is it like 5 feet or is it like half?
5e encumber.
Do you guys have rations and water skins?
Yep.
It's reduced by 10 feet, I believe.
I got 20 rations and a water skin.
Yeah, I have them. Though the rations, I think I don't have. Not carrying, or I don't have. It counts the weight of everything, doesn't it? But if you have it unticked, then it means it's not accessible or something in a bag.
Yeah, they recently updated the sheets since we went over that, so that I think it can be enabled. So that if you toggle, let me just check your sheet.
Contest it.
Oh. Ignore non-equipped item weight. Okay, I've selected that on your sheet. Wait. Nope, because you do not have a bag of holding. There's no point in enabling that on you because then you'd... Yeah, if you don't have the item, you don't have the item. It's not on your sheet. You don't have the item.
I mean,
For your sheet only, but for Arena's sheet, I've enabled it because she has a bag of holding, so stuff won't be counted for her weight if it's in the bag of holding. For you, though, anything you have on your sheet, you should have on you.
Okay.
Well, the stuff I can
Put
leave
a
outside,
bunch of stuff in a
we have to
backpack.
find somewhere to leave it, and someone to leave it with.
Oh, and someone else has the hungering satchel, right? I'm gonna remove it.
Yeah,
Pairing attuned to it.
Yes.
How much does the hungering satchel weigh?
It was 10.
10 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, that puts me over. Uh-oh.
Well, at least that's what I had on my sheet. That was 10. Or what EE put on my sheet. Everything else will be in the bag.
Okay. Well, in which case, let's say we take our break here. You can figure out your encumbrance during the break, and when we get back, you'll be headed out to the Drowned Tower because I I don't necessarily want to have to do encumbrance on live stream when we've got.
Yeah, we just
A
gotta
break
figure out
about
who's
now.
gonna take our stuff. Like, who's gonna hold on to my bag of holding? With
We
all
could
my
ask
things?
Saban to do it.
Oh yeah. I don't trust him. But
He's
sure.
drunk though.
He's not
He's
drunk,
not
he's
drunk.
high.
He's high.
Okay. Yeah.
He said he's gonna get some special tobacco, okay?
He's not
So,
in,
we'll be
in the
back.
good frame of mind for guarding Gagir, but you know, I mean, he might
Who
be a
else do you
he's a
trust?
heroine.
professional, Perrin, okay? Come on.
Who else are you gonna trust besides him? Unfortunately,
I don't think I trust him.
I know, but who else are you gonna trust?
I mean, you could open up key space and put it into key space if there
Just
isn't
pile
anything already in
everything
key
in
space.
there.
And lose all of our crap if the key somehow gets depowered in the tower. I don't know about that.
Be real awkward. It's like, yes, the ancient and powerful key used to defy the will of the gods, and someone opens the vault after hundreds of years, and it's a bunch of random crap we didn't want to take into a tower.
Yes.
That
I
would
thought the
definitely be
god
an
killer
awkward
sword was
epitaph.
in here.
Hey,
So-
there's some good stuff.
What's all
We're
these
gonna
fine
take
clothes?
a break for about 8 minutes, and then feel free to take a leak, get some rations, prepare yourself for an epic quest into a tower, because that's where we're headed. We'll see you in a few minutes' time. Hello.
I'll keep
Welcome
the
back.
bullets on me.
Everyone has done their stuff.
I'm
All
double
items that are marked
checking.
off are no longer being carried, and they are headed over to the Drowned Tower.
Mine are good now.
They'll charge you 2 silver for each person, and your guide is still going to the tower with you, so it'll be a gold to get rowed over there.
Oh, do we need some waterproof containers for like papers and stuff? Any of them, if we're taking like a notebook in with us so that we can write notes while we're in there.
Otherwise, that will be useless.
Is that going to be a lot to pay for or what? Or is it just like, how good a container does it need to be? How cheap is Tupperware in a D&D world?
There are probably like magical common items which are designed for you to kind of like put your stuff into when you put it in your backpack, and it will stay dry provided it's not taken out of there. It'll probably cost you, say, 5 gold.
Okay.
Can I put my blueprints
I'll
in
get
that too? Okay.
Uh,
Then I
you can
will-
all buy one if you want. They will probably weigh about 2 pounds. And provided you don't take stuff out of there underwater, they will remain dry. And they're just magical Tupperware. Sure.
Magical
Okay.
Tupperware. Yeah, I'll take one. That'll be handy for me just to put. In the future, I will just always put my stuff in that and then put it inside the bag of holding.
Yeah, Perrin puts his various notes in there.
Yeah, my notes are in there as well.
And I think that includes the antipode map. He like, I was like, I could put that in a bag of holding, but how about I don't? How about I just keep that with me?
Okay.
Even though it should just look like some weird lines to most people, there's a chance someone could work out what it is.
Yeah, they'll just cost you 5 gold and it'll weigh 2 pounds. So,
Okay.
is Skiff getting in on the magical Tupperware action?
I mean, do I need to? I don't.
You do
You
have a
don't have
scroll of
anything.
pedigree. However, because of your
Yeah.
pedigree and that scroll, I would say that scroll is waterproof. It would have a low-level enchantment on it to prevent it being...
Yeah, it was really fancy. I don't think
Yeah.
I need to store anything. I think I want to keep everything on my person.
If you want, I'm giving. I'll give Saban my bag of holding. It's gonna have my hand crossbow, my light crossbow, my bolts.
Yep, that's fine.
Fortress,
Everything
fine
that's
clothing.
checked off on your sheet that would normally be in it.
Yep,
Except
and I
for
puts-
my stuff that, one
I
thing's
put-
on Corvid Bot and the other thing's my blueprints inside the Tupperware.
I put all but one of my rations and my fine clothes in the back holding as well.
Okay.
Also,
One thing, Skith, the books you have, those would get wet. You've got several
Okay.
books on your sheet. You need magical
Sure.
Tupperware, or give them to one of the other people who can carry them in their Tupperware.
I have 3 books.
I mean, it's
want me
5
to carry
gold,
those?
and we can keep those things forever,
Okay.
so they're nice.
I'll mark
You have
them
a-
off my sheet for now.
No, don't mark them off your sheet.
Well, I'm not. They're not on my person though. I mean, I'm just gonna uncheck them for now.
You give them
Oh,
to someone
gotcha.
else,
Yeah.
or you put in. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Now I'll recheck them later when I get
Yeah.
them.
You've got
again,
enough
so.
spare weight in characters. You're well below limits on some people, but that's fine. Okay, so
So
you
for,
pay.
for payment. Maggie, did you pay for the tridents, or do I need to pay for my trident? Or
I'm
Maggie didn't
not
get a trident.
getting a trident.
oh, you didn't get one in the end. Okay, I'll
No.
pay for my trident and my Tupperware.
Okay. Do you want to
Because
pay the
we
1
realized,
gold
like,
for transport
I
as
can
well?
just
Yeah,
shotgun
I'll
grasp
chuck
or
the 1 gold
something.
in there.
Okay. So you are rowed over, and there is a tiny little skiff, like not a skiff, but a skiff, which
Oh, okay.
has
Skiff
a
and
little
a
ballista
skiff.
on it, and about 6 guards of the Lamaran Empire. You see the Lamaran Legionary, like gold armor. They move up towards you. There's no rowers on this boat. It seems to just be powered. somehow. You can see kind of a spray coming out the back. And it moves up alongside you. And your oarsman gets very nervous. Who are you? What business do you have got? Getting near the tower.
This is to us, presumably.
Any one of you will do.
We're here, we have an appointment.
Okay, we're here. Cool. Who is we?
Dragon Punch.
One behind him with like a little check pads, like. Right. Never heard of you, but you're on the list, so fine. Follow in. Stay in the lanes of the boys. Do not deviate.
They've got Lumarian police speedboats.
And a third thumbs up with the couple effects.
Have fun.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
thunder in the
we
boat.
feathers. Weird.
Oh, yeah, if you wanted to bring thunder as well, you need a bigger boat. That will cost you like 3 more gold, because you're not talking about rowboat anymore. But it can be done.
Is it worth the trouble?
Well, are you bringing thunder in the tower?
I mean, if I do, he can help, maybe. Maybe
Are
not.
you, just to speed through this, are you paying 3 gold to bring thunder?
I'm gonna pay 3 gold out of my own pocket.
Okay, you
I'm
pay
doing
3 gold.
it. We got a horse.
Behind the rowboat is a little flat barge that thunder is on. The guy was like, are you sure that your horse will stay on there? Normally horses will bolt off. They're a real problem at sea. And you're like, no, thunder's got this.
Yes,
I'm not
I
sure
got a
about
boat
this,
all to
Perrin.
myself.
It's awfully, there's loads of water around here, Perrin. I'm not, horses are not aquatic animals. But you go forwards, past a number of kind of little floating markers up to this structure. And as you get close, you do notice that this structure is not like a room. It doesn't have a floor. It is in fact kind of like a mini dock. It is just a kind of horseshoe of wood with a little bit of a kind of tarpaulin over the top, over a kind of framework. And in the middle, it's kind of a big brass bell-like structure. It seems to have kind of a door on one side, which is kind of metal and curved with the structure of the bell. It's got a little kind of glass window in one side. And there's a big pulley system at the top. As you get kind of closer, the oarsman kind of brings you alongside. And there are 2 Lumarian guards there when you get close. Right. Tower fees. Also, if you do wish to use the diving capsule, there'll be an additional charge.
How much for the diving capsule?
It is 1 gold each. Each creature. A horse? I don't know about. I'll have to ask. We don't tend to get people bringing horses into the ground tower. It's probably been done. I can ask.
Fair enough.
What about Corvidbot?
1 gold. The weight on the winch means that we need to maintain it. It's a charge for maintenance.
What were we doing about aid spells?
Oh, that was the other thing you asked about. And then I said, is there anything else you needed? And I think everyone forgot. If you wanted the aid spell.
Juggling inventory things in my brain.
I also needed to give an inspiring speech as well.
Okay.
How much was it for the aid?
I'll look that up now. If you want to give your inspiring speech, feel free, Skiff.
Today is not the day that Dragon Punch will lose. We will go into the Drowned Tower, and when we come out, it will be the Breathing Tower. Nothing will stand in our way, and we'll take all the levels and get the power, and we'll come back and slay our enemies and continue to go in and triumph and stuff. The end.
Damn it, I had the wrong music on for that.
How many temporary hit points does that give us?
I believe it is 16. Let me double check.
Nice.
Inspiring leader. It goes off my charisma modifier plus my level. So 15, 16.
This nearly
16
doubles
HP?
Thunder's.
Yep.
16 temporary HP.
Yeah, this nearly
Yep.
doubles Thunder's HP. This is
16
excellent.
temporary HP. I don't have an easy way to add the Corvid.
No false life for me.
You have to add it on the token, and then every single time you go to a new map.
Yeah, whenever we go to the map.
It's just the downside of NPCs don't have a way for... Because they're not meant to be single. You're meant to have a many to
Oh yeah,
one.
and I have Uwak
so...
too.
Wait,
Uwak is in...
Wait, you've got
Skid's
Uwak in
pocket.
combat. You normally don't have Uwak in combat. That's normally a non-combat thing.
I
Unless you've
think
changed
my
your build.
stuff has changed now because of the... I'll double check. Yeah.
Okay, you have Uwak. So
Yeah, it's
Uwak,
because my stuff's all messed up right now.
Uwak, if it can understand, gets the benefits of the inspiring speech.
Ooh, if it understands.
That means it works HP straight doubles, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's good. It is a homunculus. So let me double check.
It's a tank homunculus now.
I don't know about that, but
The 32
it was taking a lot of damage the last time.
Understands
Though.
languages you speak.
Yeah, I was just looking
Uwak
at.
is inspired.
Sick.
Yes.
Dear God. Okay.
That speed's distributed. I don't even know what 84? No. More.
Uwak has 17 HP, Corverbot has 62, and I have 63, so...
Oh my god.
Oh, distributed
Yeah.
96 hit points. Wait, did Corverbot get it?
Yeah.
Okay, at 96 temporary hit points, we're just distributing.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm
Good
feeling
job,
better about
dude.
this run all of a sudden.
It doesn't refresh though, it's just like once it goes away, it's gone.
Yeah,
right?
but then I can go straight back to false lifing.
And then we get aid, right?
So, they can't find anyone to give you aid at 3rd level, but they might be able to at 2nd level.
Okay.
Oh, you know why, EE? It's because I used to have defense on Corverbot because I had that item, but now he doesn't have it anymore.
No, this was literally the fighting style defense that is the normal kind of default that it spawns sheets with. As a
No.
AC bonus to
I
you.
was saying for my infusions, I used to have the +1 AC to the Steel Defender,
Right, and you've got
you
rit
said
of
I
that.
can't
Okay.
have that on
Yeah, yeah.
Corverbot, that's why. So
Well,
I
it's
got...
because it was an item that you lost, so yeah.
Yeah. Homunculus instead.
Okay, let me see if aid is available, because it will depend on a roll, because that guy's not well connected enough for this. Okay, if you want aid, it will cost you 80 gold, and that's 5 HP max increase for all 3 of you.
All right.
Yeah, worth
Are you
it, I
ready?
guess.
68.
Where do I put that in? Under my actual max?
I'll do the... I've got the script.
I made
that's
my
meant for
own
this.
max
Okay.
HP thing.
I've got a script that does it. Don't worry.
I don't want to
Made for
mess
this
with
purpose.
it.
I will not touch it then.
Okay. HP keeper. Change HP max. Oh, actually, it's both.
I'll transfer the 84 the aid.
HP keeper. Both increase by 5. HP Keeper. Both increase 5. God, this script is so helpful. Boom.
Up to 96 total HP. This is nice. We'll see how long it
Okay.
lasts.
So, the tower fees for each of you.
This is where it's really going to hurt the wallet.
This is where it's actually really going to hurt, yeah.
You got a free ride the last 3 levels.
Yeah, it's like 3 million gold. Rip.
We already owe 3 million gold for that item that's being made still.
That's true,
490
the time.
gold each.
Okay.
So that'll be 1,470 gold. And do you wish to use the diving bell?
Yeah.
You know, we really should just conquer these
Yeah.
cities and then just take,
That
you
would
know...
be 1 gold each. They won't care about Uwak. Uwak's too tiny. And probably 5 gold for the horse. So 9 gold. So that'll be 1,479 gold.
Okay, I'll mark it off. 1,479.
I think that's what
She's
he's
getting poor again.
I know. We're gonna have to work. Well, we lost a bunch of money too from the end.
It's, you know, it's a long-term plan. We're on the long-term plan. It's fine. It'll get there.
Drinking.
Okay. And so you all enter into what is a very tight diving bell. You got a horse in there. It's very cramped. You're all squished together. The only person who isn't really getting crushed is Arena, and that's mostly because she can kind of get a little bit more space where people's ankles are, and maybe under the horse.
Yeah,
Arena's
Arena can
probably
sit
under the horse.
Thunder.
Yeah. So, with that, the diving bell is lowered down, and you have to hold on, as there is only a kind of makeshift floor. The entire thing goes down, and it kind of traps the air within it. The actual floor is kind of only on half of the diving bell. The rest of it is open. The idea being that if you need to, you can just go out through the bottom. And so the very heavy diving bell sinks with the water and with you in it. Slowly. Very slowly. It does take about 5 minutes to be lowered. It's not a particularly long way. And eventually it settles. You hear kind of a clinking sound, and then a bong. And then the hatch is opened from the other side. It is dry. And you see 2 Lumarian guards in what appears to be kind of like all-encompassing armor. Would be shiny metal, except for the fact that there are kind of bits of kelp stuck around their feet. They kind of look in. Okay, the diving bell's attacked. You can go into the town. Is that a horse?
It's complicated. Don't worry, you won't make a mess.
Aaron, I'm not a fan of tight spaces underwater. Did I mention we're not aquatic animals?
It's alright, we'll be in a more open space soon.
You've been training for this your whole mortal plane life, okay?
Please move forward. We need to send the diving bell up.
Alright, let's move.
Go.
You move forwards. You notice that there's kind of hoops arranged, and inside these hoops is dry. As you look up, though, there is just sheet water at the edge of these hoops. And then in front of you is the carved door of a tower. Tall, wide, kind of this slate gray.
Does all this like stuff, the diving bell and this like tunnel and stuff, does it seem newish?
It is make a perception check.
Okay. It's because like, you know, Perrin.
No, you have your archaeology thing. You don't even need to roll. But paste that shit in
Not a
there.
structure.
I don't know if it
Oh,
really
okay.
counts in this case. It's
not a
infrastructure,
building,
but
it's
it's
not a
really a
permanent-
structure.
Physical building.
Mine is.
Like Perrin's gonna draw his own conclusions no matter what he rolls, and he rolls a 10.
It looks like this is removable, can be put in place and moved. And it's hard to say whether it's new or not because there's no real evidence of it being here long term because it is just put in place and moved, put in place and moved. You get the sense that these hoops are put in place so that you can get from the diving bell to the other actual tower. But physically, you can't actually really build stuff near a tower. The towers themselves have a way of making that impossible for any long-term structure. Otherwise, people would have just built castles around the towers and built them into the very fabric of the towers. As you've seen, they tend to have perimeter walls. The diving bell itself, though, with a 10, yeah. The diving bell itself is old, very old. It has been strung up and made into this kind of makeshift structure, but the diving bell itself is quite old.
Yeah. Perrin just gets the vibe from this whole thing that this is just kind of a Lumarian influence that's been applied, you know, because it's like, you know, it's the drowned tower, it's underwater, it kind of seems like you're meant to dive to it and that's part of the rite of passage, and then Perrin gets the idea that maybe the Lumarians who came along and was like, no, air tunnel, we're sanitizing the whole process. So yeah, Perrin's got kind of a somewhat dim view of this, is like kind of messing with the whole point of this thing, even though I appreciate the, you know, it being easier, and the fact I can get my horse in there also seems like that's not really how it's meant to be done.
Okay,
Not
you
gonna
heard it here,
express
folks.
any of this, though.
Perrin is against accessibility. Accessibility in my video games? Hell no.
Oh dear.
There you go. So,
If the
door ahead of
towers
you
had an
is-
easy mode, I'd be clicking it.
The door ahead of you is ajar.
You go in.
Waddle, waddle.
As you walk inside, it is a standard entrance like you are used to. It's a wide open tiled floor with a very large grey door in front of you, carved very much in the style of waves of water. There's like a tentacle coming out and grappling a ship. There's it's a lot more below the water than there is above. Normally when you're used to kind of water frescoes, below down and then they're focusing on the sky or on the top of the water, that bit there is at the top. Everything below that, there is broken shipwrecks that are sinking. There's schools of sharks, and you see merfolk in this fresco on the wall, on the door. But as you all enter, and
Oh,
okay, Perrin,
I didn't adorn
coming
myself
in.
with fish bones.
It's too late now, Perrin.
God damn it. Too many bloody things to set up this damn tower on.
The door is pushed closed behind you.
Are we
Let's go.
ready? Ready.
Like, as Perrin approaches the opposite door, he's gonna go, considering that the tower is meant to be underwater, this chamber should be filled with ocean water from outside. We might get hit by a wall of water when we open this door.
Well, you should all be able to breathe, so.
Yeah, it's just, you know, brace yourselves, potentially.
Be ready to consume a capsule if you need.
Alright. Perrin opens the door. Is it a push or a pull door?
Push.
Okay.
Or does a slidey door?
That would be heresy.
The fact that it's a push door could be real awkward if there is water on the other side of it then.
Okay. Let's see if this works. I don't know if that's actually making any sound. That's very faint.
Iron noises.
Okay. As you push the door, you see a dark space in front of you. It seems to be lined with wood. At the far end, you see a flight of steps, also equally carved out of wood. You can smell faint kind of salt water. And treated oak. And fish. You can smell fish. Not cooked fish, it's the smell of raw fish.
Do we hear foghorns? Was that a...
No, you do not hear
Okay.
foghorns.
Is it dark?
It is dark, but you can see with the dark vision. There's a bit of light coming down from that set of steps.
And so looks around, like, suppose... Let's explore.
Arena walks
Gonna start walking
with
forward.
shield
Slowly.
and crystal blade with Corvid Bot beside her.
Perrin has shield and hammer at the ready. Trident on his back.
Do we want Skith in the middle of us?
I like to be in the back.
You sure you want to be in the back? What if something comes from behind us?
Then I'm gonna go invisible or teleport away.
All right. So we're Perrin, Horse, Arena, Corvid Bot, Skith.
Okay. And who's Uwok with?
Skith. Uwak is in like Skith's pocket or something. Maybe peeks out every once in a while. You got a little burp friend.
HP.
He's heavier than normal. He got a little chonky.
Okay. You emerge out as you go through the door into the hold. You very quickly realize that this is the hold of a ship. Must be a really large ship by the size of the hold to be able to have this door in here. And as you walk forwards, Karen, I assume you said you go up the steps.
I'll start that way. Once I realize it's a ship, do we feel any movement? Like, is it rocking?
As soon as you step through, there is a noticeable rock.
Perrin, like,
Slow, but noticeable.
looks back at the door and is like, huh, that's new. As the door presumably rocks with the ship.
Doesn't seem like the thing you see through the door is rocking, though.
Yeah, it's like the
Strangely,
floor is
the
like
sink.
matching with the floor of this boat. Like everything,
yeah.
the world is moving with the boat now.
It makes you very dizzy, because like your head is like, wait, what? I'm
don't-
feeling the rock, but I'm seeing nothing.
I don't look at it too long.
Yeah.
What do these stairs go up to? Like a door? Like a hatch?
Open.
Okay. Like I'll
Perception.
no,
If
but
you
yeah,
want.
let's listen in case there's someone on the deck
Who is
above.
who is leading the listening?
I guess I'm not good at it, but I'm at the front if that means I need to lead.
I'm definitely paying attention. Me and Uwak are always on edge.
I got 0 in
But
perception.
Perrin is at the
so-
front.
Perrin does have the best view because he's kind of blocking Arena because he's big.
Yeah.
Maybe
Can I roll?
perception check. Oh, yeah.
Seven.
7. There's sky out there. You can see up the sky. Cloudless.
A 7. Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna slowly make my way up the steps, and then once like my head passes the deck above, I'm gonna kind of look around behind me and see if there's
You look around.
anyone on the deck.
There's a small deck. It be a very strange boat. But this deck is maybe only as wide as the room you just came from, but tapers quickly to the prow and at the stern. Look down below, that room actually seems like it would jut out in front of the prow. There is a single sail. There's no one around. There seems to be a ballista at the front on the prow itself, along with a little heap of bolts. Look around at the back. There seems to be a wheel.
Go to the ballista.
And a hat with a feather in it.
Do we all see this?
Aaron's the one who stuck his head out.
The person is like, oh, I think I know what's going on here.
Arena's gonna get excited when she sees this. Do you walk forward so we can all get up?
Yeah,
Basically, Arena's pushing at your ankle.
I'll finish
right now.
going up the stairs and kind of gesture for everyone to follow, and like once I'm fully on the deck, I'll
It's
start
on
like
the
looking around
ballista!
And Arena will go over to the ballista.
start looking on the horizon to see if there's anything coming already, or there's any like objective clearly visible somewhere.
How big are these balls or whatever that I need to put into the ballista or bolts?
Each bolt is taller than you.
Oh, okay.
It's probably about your height. Maybe just less, about 2 foot.
Can I lift it and put it in there?
Think you're driving, buddy.
Okay. Arena picks one up and shoves it in there.
Okay, you kind of into the ballista. You'd have to pull the ballista back and everything. But
she's gonna start looking around or something.
This ballista takes 3 actions to use. It would take an action to load, an action to crank the arms back, and an action to fire. So this is normally done by a team of 3.
Okay.
Obvious
Arena
reasons.
will note that to you all that in the heat of combat.
In need
Maybe-
of combat, I might need some assistance over here.
Maybe we're all supposed to operate the ballista, though it does seem like someone is meant to put on that hat and start captaining. Nobody do that yet. That probably sets things in motion.
I mean, you're the best person to be a captain. You even have your own special gear for navigating.
I'm not sure if this is a navigating kind of challenge. I
I
counted
mean,
the
we're out
ballista.
in the middle of the dark ocean. I'm pretty sure we're navigating somewhere, and something's probably going to attack us, and then we're going to have to fight it, and then we're going to have to get out of here.
Oh, we're meant to jump in the water and swim around.
I
Why
don't
would they
think we
give us
are
a
in this
boat
case.
if we are supposed to swim in the water? I don't agree.
I don't know.
I
I'm
hope
gonna
I get to
check-
shoot this. Should I just shoot it anyway?
No, don't waste the ammo.
Just load it up and have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
ready.
It's already loaded.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna check for some charts in case there is a navigation component here. Burn checks like up on here, like near the helm, if there's any like maps or charts or anything, and then if there isn't, he goes down into the hold and takes a quick look around. He's not like opening boxes or anything. He's just looking to see if there's anything laid out.
In the hold. The hold is suddenly very much smaller. It's a tiny little storage area. There is no door.
Interesting. 2-stage entrance.
And it's empty. There is
Very neat.
nothing in the hold.
Well, I hope we didn't miss anything in there. The room we just came from is gone.
I didn't see anything, but I wasn't really looking for it.
I'll look out at the horizon, see if there is anything of note out there.
Make a perception roll.
Yeah, Arena's been looking with the ballista. Does it move at all, or is it just one spot?
Pivots.
7
Yeah, she's
again.
pivoting it, looking.
I don't see anything. It's a bright day. The horizon is kind of shimmering with that kind of haze you get when you look out far to sea in kind of a cloudless day.
When it comes to steering a ship,
Also, I need to put thunder on deck.
oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that he's here with us. Just a big horse.
Perrin, I don't feel stable on this ship, Perrin.
I believe in you, Thunder. You'll find your sea legs. You've already got extra legs.
Not for a horse.
This boat is so cute. That's a big horse. It's so big.
So, when it comes to, like, captaining this boat, what sort of skills might that entail?
Pilot watercraft,
What would be the alternative?
which none
to
of you have.
pilot watercraft?
It would just be a flat roll. Probably.
Well, like, what kind of attribute then? Because, like, if it's strength, all in. If it's dex, maybe somebody else.
I mean, using the Spelljammer rules, it would just be a flat roll plus your proficiency bonus. But
Yeah, it's like its own skill.
I would say it's probably intelligence or wisdom, and occasionally it might be strength if you have to haul on the wheel hard.
You're good.
Generally, it'd be more wisdom if you were trying to catch the wind.
I mean, I've got
Intelligence to plot like a cunning path.
10 wisdom, 12 intelligence, so it's not the best, but it's nothing's in the negatives.
So,
If it's int, then arena. If it's whiz, maybe still
Perrin,
arena.
I'm going to put on this hat, Perrin.
You put on the hat. Let's go.
All right, ready on the ballista, I suppose.
I'll watch the back behind us.
Arena might need help with the loading.
Corward Bot's there, like, gonna help me, ish.
Ah,
but,
Oh, the bot, like,
I can move.
can pick up ballista bolts and load them. I don't know if Quobot can do anything else, but can definitely pick
Yeah.
up ballista bolts.
Okay. I imagine Thunder cannot help.
No, Thunder does not have hands.
He'll be an extra set of eyes and ears.
Right, then Thunder can watch the back.
I will watch the back, Perrin.
All right.
I will do as the scaled one says.
Yep. Tell me if you'd see anything at all other than the horizon out there, or clouds. And maybe still tell us about clouds, actually.
There are clouds, Perrin.
Okay. If there's a sudden emergence of more clouds than Earth, you know, you can already see.
Very wet. I tell you, I get seasick, Perrin.
Oh no.
So I've pushed the poor thing too far. He's like this. So far he's been like eternally optimistic about all things, but I've now I've put him in an underwater tower on a boat. I finally
Fine,
found
he's
his
gonna
limit.
see combat. He's gonna have his chance for glory.
Yeah, don't worry, Thunder. I reckon combat is in the books. Not
Will
the
combat
first.
be on land, Perrin?
There may be land combat coming up, but right now it looks like boat combat.
Can I tell if this ballista is magical? Or if it's a mundane ballista?
It looks mundane at a glance.
Okay.
You do know someone who can just detect magic at will, though.
Okay.
Is the ballista magical?
Yeah, it's not magical. I mean, everything in here is vaguely magical because it's a creation of the tower.
Yeah.
But
It's not like
beyond
a
that
magic item.
vague
Magic
background sense, no.
It's not special.
That is faintly magical.
Point and shoot.
Ooh, the hat is magical though, he said.
Mm.
All right then, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ornian's excited.
Let's go.
Yes! You have a
As
hat!
soon as you put the hat on, two things happen. Firstly, the feather kind of goes from being like a bit limp to just kind of come upright. Around your neck, you feel a sudden slight weight. You look down, you now have a key just on a leather strap around your neck. It is a piece of wood carved in the shape of a key. It isn't actually a real key or even a tower key. but it is just a bit of wood.
Is it in the shape of a tower key?
It is in the shape of a vague tower key-ish shape, but it's not particularly not good simulacrum if you're going to make one. And also, in the air in front of you, suddenly there is a kind of glowing gold blinking light. And you can see it moving around very faintly, just up and down, as it kind of draws different letters and symbols in some languages you understand and some languages you don't.
What are the letters?
I'll try.
Only Perrin can see this, and Perrin, you know innately that you are getting the choice to name your boat.
Oh.
You do only have 1 minute to name the boat. However,
Dragon
you can't spend
Punch.
too long.
Any ideas for boat names? Apparently this is relevant.
Let's call it the Sunny.
Can do. Any objections?
That sounds fine to me.
Alright then, the Sunny.
As you raise your finger and touch the gold dot, it kind of adheres to your actual index finger, and you draw the letters, the Sunny. There's a slight flash of magic off the bow and the stern that Skith sees with detect magic. As you peer over, you do now have a name plaque on the stern on the bow that says the Sunny. And
Oh, I like that. Unsinkable. Dragon's Fury. Oh, that's a good one. Sea Dragon. Oh, I like
Corvette.
that. Some good names.
there you go.
Right, we're in a tower, we gotta hide the chat now.
All right.
Yep.
No cheating, chat. Gosh.
Has that worked? Have I shown you your ship?
It's
It
currently
shows
loading.
that it's like loading or something.
Oh,
The dice.
if it's loading, close it, and I'll push it
Turn
again.
these off.
Alright.
Okay.
Right, make sure you've closed it, because if you haven't, I'm going to push it and you're not going to see
Okay.
it.
Closing it. It is closed.
Okay.
Still loading.
Aha.
Oh,
Loaded.
it's open now.
It wants to
How
know
do I
how
want to
use
create
it.
this?
Yeah.
We click edit
Asking
sheet
if you wanna
directly,
use
don't we?
character
Or do we?
answer.
It has
no.
stats already.
You want its stats are already there.
So edit sheet directly. Probably.
Yeah. I don't know why I
Okay.
asked you that, but hey, bugs.
Air quality fresh.
I don't see
That's a
any
property
stats on
thanks
it.
to Spelljammer. I ignore that.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Also,
see anything.
close it and open it again if you're seeing a player sheet. You shouldn't be seeing
Yeah,
a player
I see
sheet.
a player sheet.
Do I need to find it in the journal?
Yeah. Where is it at?
Oh.
Okay. It still looks like a player sheet.
Still
to
looks
me.
like a player.
Oh dear, why is this happening?
Apparently, Cobalt can see it though. 'Cause-
I mean, I think it's a player sheet.
Let's make
Oh, great.
I mean, I see character sheet.
Should look like an NPC sheet, but with additional information that you're seeing. And you said you saw air quality.
Armor, hit points, cargo,
Yeah, you're seeing the
crew.
correct sheet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't see any of that.
It's there. Okay, I went to attributes and abilities and then back to character sheet, and now it shows correctly.
Oh, okay. So I guess you have to change tabs.
That was weird.
Oh yeah, now it works for me. That worked. The clicking the attributes thing worked.
Welcome to bugs in release content.
Yeah, now I see it. Ooh, cool.
There you go. So that is your ship. It has an AC of 15, 200 hit points, a damage threshold of 10. If it takes less than 10 damage from any attack, it will take 0 damage. And it has its one weapon, which you'll see there's little dots which you can check and uncheck. And those are the dots for load weapon,
Whistle.
aim weapon, fire weapon.
Okay, so it is loaded, and I'm currently aiming it right now.
Yeah, so you're ready to fire it, basically.
Yeah. Okay, Sweet. This is cool. We are the cargo.
And as you look out at the horizon, make out this faint distant sails.
Let's move. I'm gonna.
Where are you moving to?
Dude, I'm towards the sails.
There's a few different ones in different
Oh.
directions.
Are they,
Make
are
a
they
perception
colored?
check. They are indeed colored.
So only he can see this stuff. We can't see any of that.
Everyone should be able to see the
what?
sails, right?
The sails. You can see them.
Yeah.
9. Just
9.
stop having me roll perception rolls. I've rolled 4 in the like they're all visible on the log. They've all been bad.
I have 3 things that I can do, but I think I'm gonna save them for more pertinent moments, since I only have 3 now for my flash of geniuses.
Okay. In which case, right. Let me roll some things.
My horse is doing a better job of
What
perception.
color were the
than me.
sails again? I'm gonna write those down.
Well, do we know? Do we?
You'll find out now.
Okay.
That's what we're perceptioning.
You can see red and green sails. 2 different colors in 2 different directions. One's about 30 degrees to starboard, and the other's about 60 degrees to port.
In the first half of a tower, we can afford to lose hit points in a fight because we'll recover them halfway. Maybe we go for the red one.
I hate green. We avoid green at all costs.
That's true. Also, yes, green is the worst.
We've had like 1 green room that was okay. The rest have been horrifying for us.
I like green. Blue is my favorite, though.
When it comes to
When
towers,
have you ever liked the green ones? They always make you
When I
uncomfortable.
just
Don't you
teleport
think climb on
across and
things?
then I watch you two walk across the ropes.
I mean,
Baron fell down into the pit that one time.
I can teleport across these days, but I think we go red.
I need to teleport.
Jesus.
Oh, don't worry. I would bring you with, Corvid Bot.
Red is fine with me.
Red it is. Should I fire?
No, we don't even know if we're fighting them yet. We're probably fighting them, but we should know first. You never know, there might be a diplomatic option. This could be a blue room.
Oh, it could be. Alright then, I will hold and ready the ballista. I've always wanted to say that.
Right, Perrin will set us going. If the sails need unfurling, he'll do that.
Arena will quietly say to Skit though.
If I don't get to shoot this ballista though, I'm going to be a little sad.
It's not just there for looks.
Okay. So, as you make your way towards the red sails, Perrin, make me perception roll
Oh no.
as captain of this vessel.
Again.
I was saying, like, I don't know if I'm the best one for the
Oh,
job, but
no.
everyone insisted, and there's a 4 on perception.
In which case,
This is what I should just be on, like, ballista loading duty. It's not a good idea.
I'm -3, dude. There's no way.
I could
mean,
captain if I could have captain if you.
That
really
is the thing,
wanted.
is our
I just thought
our
Perrin
ranged
would
expert
want.
is also our perception person, if we even have one.
I don't know if we really have one.
oh,
Corvid Bot is our best. Actually, Uwak has like an insane perception too.
We need to
6.
run tryouts for people to join Dragon Punch, and then the main requirement will be Great Wisdom and proficiency in perception.
You must be very wise, wiser than your years.
We're gonna sneak up
Oh
on
no,
them while we're
Corvid Bot has a
interviewing.
+10. Oh my gosh, could Corvid Bot have worn that?
that's passive perception. Only works if it's something that he can recognize as a threat and is passive rather than active.
No, it's
Perrin is
+10 to
actively
his
looking.
perception roll is what I'm
Oh.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still need to be able to recognize it. In this case, no. Because somewhere nearby, there is a...
Oh, we're getting shot at, you guys. We're gonna sink. We're gonna need your carpentry skills, Cobalt.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
You got some wood? Extra wood
Didn't
laying
you
around?
repair our airship that one time?
Yeah, because I was getting taught by another carpenter who
An
was on
Alwyn,
the ship.
right?
Yeah, and they had
What was the
extra
Alwyn's
living wood
name?
around. I don't know. He was a G though.
Oh, interesting.
You can
Okay.
expect me to remember everyone's names, Arena.
So.
Oh my gosh, that was
Arena.
so long ago.
Arena, at the front of the ship. As you're kind of manning this blister, looking around, Probot, and you spot it a fraction later. There's something moving in the water, a few 100 feet away, going a straight line. Looks like it's going to
I
intersect
see
with
it
where you're
too.
going.
There's something moving in the water. Can I shoot at it now?
Is it coming from them?
Does
Oh,
it look like
completely
it's
different
coming
direction.
from?
Looks like it's a bit astern of you, and it's heading in such a way that it's going to intersect with your path in a few
No, it's-
seconds.
It's coming from there. Hurry, quick! It's coming towards us.
What do you do, Arena? You've got no time to wait for his response now.
I fire the ballista.
Okay. The ballista has a set to hit roll because Spelljammer, for some reason, uses just set to hits. So if you look at the sheet
I see the
and you
ballista
go
bolt.
down
Click it.
below to ballista bolt,
Yeah.
click that, it should roll.
Are you
Alright,
firing at the
we're
thing coming
rolling.
at us?
Yeah. Oh no, natty one.
It will
Oh,
be
no.
disadvantage because it's underwater, but it doesn't matter because it's a natty
Doesn't
one.
matter.
So,
It's a natty one.
it could have been 18, but it was an natty one. So, this bolt pinwheels as it kind of flies out. Doesn't even make it 10 feet. It was loaded incorrectly. However, this thing continues forwards and narrowly misses the bow by what must have been about 3 feet, just ahead of you, and it goes in a straight line. As it goes past, you notice that it is kind of a long cylindrical shape, probably a couple of feet below the surface, and it is moving very fast and just
Where did it come from?
Reload! Reload!
Yeah, Corvidbot will reload.
I was gonna look in that
I'm
direction.
I'm
that
helping.
it
You're
came from to
helping
see
me.
if he can spot
make a
anything.
perception roll.
Okay.
Okay, everyone else is reloading, which means it'll be reloaded shortly.
3. I'm just getting worse, progressively
You see
worse.
nothing. I guess Thunder will also look
Anticipating-
because Thunder's just doubling with you. Thunder would help you. Thunder is assisting. You can have
Yay.
an advantage, so you get another roll.
Nice. 11.
11. Sorry. You do, however, see, as you're kind of looking where this came from, blue sails.
Oh.
Roughly straight behind you, maybe 10 degrees off.
Oh, turns out blue is an option, though we've already sort of committing.
Committing
You
to
see
what?
nothing.
We haven't done anything.
To the red sails.
Just change direction.
Do we want to do blue? I kind of want it to go red.
Whatever. Go
Red,
the direction
then.
you want to go.
Fine, red.
We'll stick with red. We're already on red. And then in
We're
anticipation that
actually
like whatever
pretty good for blue. Blue is our strongest color.
is
really
this a
is.
vote? Are we voting?
Are we voting?
Too late. We're going red.
Red.
Okay.
Red. Red.
And parents
Okay.
like being like, I don't know what that was, but it
Time.
went in a straight line. Perrin's gonna just spin the wheel a bit just to take us off the course we were on, in case that, you know, makes a difference.
A little late.
I tried saying
Arena?
it 2 times before I actually managed to say it, because other things were going on.
Yep.
Can Corvidbot load and Skith crank, and then I shoot? Like, can
Yeah,
that
that's
be
what.
the order?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's
Okay, cool.
the assumption I was going with. Arena.
Okay.
Do. Okay, Heron, you move it, just kind of making a little bit of motion, trying to avoid whatever that was. Roll me D20 plus proficiency bonus, because Spelljammer rolls simplicity apparently.
Okay.
Use the player dice roll, so it would be a +4.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys totally could have shot this.
D20. Do I
We
forget
didn't
how
know
this
how
works. Do I
the
put the
ship was
mod
gonna work.
after I choose the dice, or do I just put it in the box?
I think it's after. I could be wrong. I can't remember.
No, it's you do it all at once. So I'd 4 to that. 9.
Perfect.
Nice.
Heron begins to spin the wheel a little bit, just trying to jink back and forth. However, Arena, you and Quadbot see it. There is another one of these weird kind of underwater swimming things that is coming directly at you, and this one looks like it is right on line.
There's another one coming. It's gonna hit us.
And Arena will fire. Or attempt to.
Okay. It is Ballista Bolt again. A disadvantage because it's underwater.
Oh, yeah.
How much ammo do we have?
Enough that it won't be a problem until I warn you.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it's taken into account already in the AC of the item, so it'll be the first roll. So 13. Unfortunately, Ballista Bolt goes wide.
Oh no, I missed. Brace for impact.
And it closes 60 foot, 40 foot, 20 foot, and impacts the side of the hull. There is a dull and then a roaring explosion as you take 45 points of fire damage to the boat. The boat loses 45 HP as the entire thing rears sideways and back again.
Okay.
Flames
that's
lick at the side.
200 hit points.
We're at 155.
Do we need to take that off?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sheet should be
Oh.
an edible HP field.
Maggie did it.
Yeah.
Do I need to put the fire out?
It
Is that gonna make
goes
an
out
actual
because
difference?
it detonated underwater, so it goes out pretty
Okay.
quick. Just because the splash of water over it.
Is there water flooding in below now?
Could I mend it?
Question.
You can't mend a giant
actually,
hole. You can only mend when you've got all the bits.
could I use shape water when the thing gets near me to make a 5-foot block of ice for it to hit instead of the boat?
If you can perfectly place that in front of it, yeah, it works.
The range is 30 feet.
You'd have to get the timing real right, but it is possible. That's actually possible. You'd have to get the timing right, and you need to position it right, because you are moving, the object is moving. You've only got a range of 30 feet.
I just thought of it, so I'll try it if another one comes.
If it works,
So we'll-
that's great.
Yeah.
Corvidbot will
think-
load the ballista.
Okay.
Does that mean Skith will have to choose to not load so that they can concentrate on?
Well, he's
trying to
not
do that?
cranking.
There is a longer period between that coming and the last one than it took to load. It took maybe 30 seconds. It took you, you know, just a little more than 6 seconds
Okay,
to load.
so we can be loaded and ready, and then Skith can also try and do that.
I mean, it's got to be within 30 feet, so we can shoot it before it's within 30 feet, and then I can try to do that if it gets closer. So, I'm like, how can I use this shape water that I took? Ah!
That is totally possible.
We're in the drown tower.
Unlike blister bolts, where it's like way too quick to try and intercept with that, this moves at a speed you can appreciate. It's fast, but it's fast for something that swims. It's like fast in terms of vessels. It's not fast in terms of projectiles. So
Okay.
Definitely possible.
I'm gonna try and do a bit of a zigzag just so that they can't predict where we're gonna be. Did that come from
Roll
the same
me-
direction as the last one, or was it a different
Yep.
direction?
Same direction. Roll me another d20 plus proficiency bonus then, Perrin.
Okay.
And feel free to make a perception roll with advantage from thunder.
22 on the
Ooh,
steering.
Ooh, that's nice.
Finally.
And a
Oh,
4
no,
on the
thunder.
perception.
A 4.
It would have been a nat 1 without Thunder's
Perrin
help.
almost falls overboard.
I'm just really focused on spinning the wheel and then spinning it back, and Thunder's like trying to look.
And he's like
Okay.
leaning off the edge, almost falling off.
Corvidbot kind of... And it's only with Corvidbot's help that you then notice that way behind you, like a good 120 feet, there is a little line caused by this thing having moved below the surface of the water, but totally the wrong angle. It missed you by 120 feet. For whatever reason, maybe it was Perrin's quick moves on the wheel, but it looked like something took another shot at you and missed.
Whatever that was, it missed.
Alright, good. Hopefully they keep doing that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep like over one way.
How
over
close
the other
are we
way,
to the
hold
red
for a little
ship?
while, over the other way.
Well, about a minute goes past, and you don't get attacked again, and now you're starting to get pretty close to the red ship. You're getting within 1,000 feet.
Does it look like we could do something with the sail to make it faster? Like if we made wind blow behind the sail or something?
You need like an actual decent potency spell that can do that. I don't think any of you have such a spell. You're trying to move a ship with the spell.
Yeah,
It would. There are like control weather or something. I think it's a druid spell, it's level 5. But you are getting now within range of this red ship.
Can we make out anything on the red ship? Is there a crew? Is it a big or
Yeah,
or
can I
small
see
boat?
anything? I think we need to board it.
Arena, make a perception roll because you're at the front. You're probably the best place to see this ship specifically. Perrin, make an advantage perception roll for just looking around.
Perception, correct? Regular? Just
Regular.
normal? 16. Ooh, 19.
Out of nowhere, double 19s. Can I not ration those 19s? Could I not have done one of those at a different time?
Okay, so let's do this in front to back order. So, Arena, as Skith kind of momentarily takes over holding the blister for you, as you kind of peer out, you see this red ship ahead. It is very, very small galleon, probably a frigate. It has at least one ballista, and you can see a little catapult on the back, mangonel. They are basically designed to lob rocks in a downward, kind of upward arc, downward direction, landing on decks, thinly armored. They take longer to load than ballista, but they do a bit more damage, a bit longer range.
Can it
And
drop rocks on us?
the entire ship has its sails kind of only half up. It seems to be kind of listing back and forth. It doesn't seem to actually have any crew on it. You can see a number of like crates and barrels just kind of scattered around the deck, but it doesn't seem to actually have anyone in attendance.
Do I see a
Extra
door?
ship you don't see a door. You see a deck with objects and miscellaneous bric-a-brac, sails that are only half up. It seems kind of deserted. At the back, Perrin, you and Thunder see two different things at the same time and instantly try and communicate with each other. It gets very confusing. You see a patch of water that seems to be slightly darker and shifting, following you, and you catch this momentarily as like something breaches the surface of the water, a little glimmer of metal, a flash of light from it as it kind of catches the sun, and then this kind of shape that's just below the surface of the water seems to sink a little bit and twist and move to follow you. When you see that flash, a little object that peaks above the surface. It's colored gold. Thunder, on the other hand, sees in the distance. Okay, it's a bit further away. In the shimmer, the heat haze. Something. Perrin! Perrin, I think I see something. It's like a ship, Perrin, but it's big and it's moving fast, and it seems to be like mostly out of the water. It seems to be silver. Perrin, do you have silver ships that float on top of the water? This makes the sea even more scary.
Can I see what he's looking at?
As you look, yeah, it's small and it is far. It is a little silver vessel of some kind that seems to be moving relatively quick because it's distance.
Like shiny silver?
There's a glimmer and a flash of silver.
Ooh,
long
maybe
way
we could get a
Does it-
silver key from it.
Can I think of anything like that? Like a silver ship that almost like sits on top
Too
of
far away
water?
to make any details. But feel free to make a history check.
Okay, I did wonder if history might be involved.
It's a submarine.
I don't think it's a submarine because he's saying it's mostly out of the water, so it's the opposite of a submarine.
14. You know that pre-cataclysm, some of the vessels were technology or magic were involved, could skim the surface of the very seas themselves.
Is it a hydrofoil? Is that what we're dealing with?
About as much as you can tell from a 14.
Or maybe just like a speedboat or something. But yeah, I think Perrin's gonna shout out, I don't think we're fighting these boats, I think we're fighting something else. Thunder spotted something in the distance, something silver moving fast on top of the water, and I'm pretty sure I just saw a gold key swimming. It might be in a water elemental or something.
Where do you want to aim?
Try and aim for that silver thing, if you can even see it, and we might want to board this one. It might be a case of upgrading our ship.
The weapon on the red ship is a little slower.
Can you use it?
Yeah,
Think we could use it?
you can
I
use
think
the
we could
ballista or
use
the
it.
mangonel.
We could
Yeah,
have
it's got
two
both.
boats. We'd be stretching ourselves a little bit. Probably not doable.
I think we're meant to choose one.
I imagine these ones are meant to be upgrades. We've made it this far.
We're maybe 500 feet from the red ship now. It still seems to be deserted and just listing there.
Which weapon do you think would be better for dealing with something that moves fast above the water?
Irina, you can make out that it has now, you can do a bit closer, it has 2 ballista and 1 mangonel.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, the other one's better. It has more weapons now that I can see the closer. It has
Right.
2 ballistas and a mango now.
sounds like a plan then. Better boat, more guns.
Maybe
Worried
it has
about why
more
it's
HP.
listing, but I mean, so are we at this point.
We will get closer and we'll try to board it. I will aim at whatever's in the water if I can, whilst we're making our way to the ship.
Whatever it is no longer there. Perrin tries to indicate that there was something in the water, you see nothing.
Oh, okay. I'll be on the lookout until we board the other ship.
Geth, what are you doing?
I don't want to go in the water after it.
Wanna jump in the water?
The boat's moving, right?
The boat is moving.
Yeah, I mean, you just...
You need to dash to keep
Yeah,
up with the boat.
but it's fine.
Also, the thing Perrin saw was a long way away.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
I'll
thing I
just-
thought
yeah,
was
I'll
a
just-
key was a long way away?
The thing with the gold flash was quite a distance.
Okay.
Well, I'll try to keep a lookout for it, and if I
can
see
roughly
it,
the direction of where you were getting like weird things coming at you from.
Okay,
Okay. You want to keep a lookout? Sure, make a perception roll.
sure. I'm gonna gravity that thing if I see it. Okay.
Oh.
9.
Pretty good for me.
You can now just about make out that red ship in front of you. You can also make out
There
that
it
there
is!
You see the green ship kind of distant, and you think for a moment you see kind of figures moving around on deck, but it's pretty far away. You come up close to the red ship, now 200 feet. 100 feet. At which point, each of those barrels and crates, with a sound of "Wah-ha-ha!" and boing, springs out from hiding.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm calling it. This is a red room.
And the pirate clowns appear.
What? Why? Why pirate clowns?
Praise the honk mother.
And as they do so, taking you by surprise, they take aim. Their ship weapons won't take aim, but their personal weapons will. Their ship weapons take normal ship time. They're going to make an opening salvo with their strange crystalline muskets. 2 targeting Skith, 2 targeting Arena, and 2 targeting Corvidbot. Because you're all on the front of the ship.
Makes sense.
Get up here, horse.
So Skith. A 22 and a 14 to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
You're technically surprised, so there's no reactions anyway.
Oh.
For the first
Yeah.
one, you take 6 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as this beam intersects with you. I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
Crap.
And you're too far from me.
There it
Oh,
is.
And as this wave of energy hits you, you start giggling, laughing, and then deep booming bellows of laughter as you find everything around you hilarious. Arena, this little gnome hanging off the back of this ballista, being pushed around by a metal bird robot. Heron with this silly hat. You have a horse on a ship. Everything is so hilarious that you are incapacitated with laughter, as you are unable to do anything but laugh.
Oh.
The next hit, you take 6 psychic damage from that as well. No additional effect, since it just makes you laugh even more. Arena.
Do I get to shoot before they do anything? Because I was on a lookout, and
You failed to notice them, though. This is
but
a
I can't be
surprise to them.
surprised. So they
You,
can't be
okay, in
surprised
which
about
case,
me.
they
Neither
do not
can
have
Corvidbot.
advantage. They do not have advantage against you then.
Okay, so they can still do it,
and
but not an advantage.
they don't take you by surprise, so you don't suffer the surprise condition. So
But I don't get to shoot this round either, or they act first.
They aren't shooting the
Gotcha.
ship weapons either.
Gotcha.
They miss you quite widely. You're a very small target. You're hidden behind this ballista. They miss entirely.
Yeah. They gonna shoot at Corvidbot still though.
At Corvidbot misses, thanks to the lack of surprise, and hits. Corvidbot is immune to psychic damage, right?
No, just poison damage.
Oh.
Really?
Corvidbot takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
It doesn't say that he's immune to psychics.
In which case, there's enough animating spirit in there that it actually still has.
You said minus
damage.
4.
Yep.
Shouldn't Corvidbot have extra HP?
Yeah. Like I said, every time you go into a new room, you'll just have to copy the health across from the temporary HP. Remember, it's temporary only.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what bar I can put that on.
It's 3. It's already on there.
Okay. So just subtract.
Yeah,
Okay.
it shouldn't come up as a bar because there's no maximum to it, so it should just go down from 16 to 12. It's only 4 damage.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
And is Cogbot immune to being incapacitated?
Immune to charmed, exhaustion, and poison. So I think it can still be
Wisdom saving
incapacitated.
throw.
$15.
Covidbot, you hear this strange. And then Covidbot looks very confused. He's not incapacitated with laughter.
Oh.
But as you start off, mere 100 feet away, we switch into ship combat time, which is one side versus the other. The captains need to roll to see who goes first. So Captain Perrin, or Captain Velderel, roll me a d20 plus proficiency bonus.
There's an initiation initiative on the sheet.
Oh, there's initiative on the actual Saily thing. Perrin,
There's
use
also
that.
a crash, which I'm not sure what that's
Oh yeah, don't hit
about.
that. That will be bad for you.
Okay.
Or them, but you're a smaller boat.
10.
Oh no, a 10!
I'm sorry.
Oh, it didn't
There
include
you
the
go.
proficiency bonus, so it should have been 14.
Right, 14. You go first.
My god.
As your captain shouts captainy things to take the initiative. What do you shout, Perrin, that takes the initiative here? In a captainy tone, captainy language.
I return fire.
Okay. Everyone can act as a side. So you can do your action thingies.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Skith is still laughing and will be laughing for this
Laughing?
round.
He's laughing?
Laughing.
He's laughing. All right, Arena's gonna fire this ballista.
Okay. Click the, what are you firing at? At the hull? Just at them?
Oh. I think we're trying to board that ship, right? At their captain.
Who is the
Can I shoot
captain?
at their captain? I don't know. Does it look like there's one of them that's their captain?
That would be an action to perceive. As you can at the moment, you just see figures running around on deck. Look very similar.
Okay.
Just shoot anyone.
Whichever one. I'll shoot at one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh, because I forgot to.
Yeah, you got to hit the ammo. The actual weapon
Yeah.
itself's got a different one.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Oh, come on. 15.
That just hits. As the one that's kind of leaning over the side railing, which offers it a bit of cover.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, and I rolled kind of poor. 20.
It takes this huge blister bolt into the side of its shoulder, and it just turns back towards you with the blister bolt sticking from its shoulder.
Wow. Does it look harmed at all?
Hard to tell at this distance. It definitely got hit.
Okay. Okay.
And it
And
did
then
like
Corvidbot
seem to
will-
recoil from it.
Reload it.
Okay. So mark a tick on the reload.
Yeah.
And Karen, what are you doing?
How far away is it right now?
100 feet.
I'm gonna steer at it.
Of course you are.
Prepare for ramming speed.
Oh my god. We're gonna ram into it.
I don't know about ramming, but at the moment I'm
Okay.
gonna close the distance.
We could board them though, at least.
What is that?
What is that?
I'm trying to get you the rest of the boat.
Is that?
Oh, it's their sails.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, hello.
Cool. Oh, their weapons didn't go with them.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug in sometimes when you use the kind of grouping system. I honestly probably should just never use the grouping system because it's kind of balked.
The ship looks cool though. That's an upgrade for show. We want that ship.
I thought we were meant to steal one. Now I'm not so sure, but
We can board that ship, kill them, and take their ship.
Skith, calm down. They're just clowns.
Bring on the clowns. There we go. Right.
They are
Okay,
pretty funny
so-
looking.
You're just trying to make best headway towards them, right?
Yep.
Okay, what's the swim speed of your Corvette?
It is 50 feet.
50.
Okay, if you have it dash, you can actually bring yourself alongside or hit them.
What does it cost me to dash? Is there anything else I could have done with the time otherwise?
Stepped away from the helm.
Sure, let's dash.
Okay.
I don't.
Skith, make a
we
wisdom
I don't
saving
think we
throw.
want to ram, though. I think we just want to come up alongside it. Because if we're stealing their boat, it'd be kind
Yeah,
of
we wanna
terrible if
steal
we
it.
smash our boat into their boat and sink both boats. That would be awkward.
Yeah,
so I will
we don't
just
want to.
come up to it,
Okay.
I would agree.
swing around and pull alongside, kind of deal.
I'll move my character back over here.
Alright, and Skith, your wisdom save?
Good luck, Skith. I can't move your horse. You have to move your horse.
You just about managed to gain control of your faculties and pick yourself up from your... Oh, you're not actually prone. You just take stock and bring yourself back to the present.
What is it called when you board a pirate ship? Like you take over the ship?
Boarding.
Boarding?
I think it's
No,
just
there's like another
boarding.
name for it.
Commandeer. Commandeer their vessel.
Okay.
Steal.
You bring yourselves alongside. They will have... Oh, that was there. A chance to use their weapons before you enter combat time as opposed to ship combat time.
Even with the dash.
Yeah, that just brings you up to them.
Okay.
What's your AC of your wood hull?
15.
15.
A ballista bolt slams into the wooden hull and sticks firm, not enough to do any damage. Another ballista bolt misses by about 10 foot over the deck. However, the mangonel fires. And
I was worried about.
It misses by a long way
Nice.
because there is a minimum range to catapults,
Aha.
and you closed within it. As it lands about 60 foot away from you, it would have got a 24 otherwise hit. And with that, as you come up alongside, we're going to end it for today because we don't have time to do a boarding action on combat as you go onto a red ship.
You need to shout at them and be like,
Join our services or die.
If I've learned anything, you just gotta honk a bike horn at them and they'll love you.
I wonder
As
if we
you-
could get them to be our crew. That'd be fun.
As you come alongside, though, you do notice an individual with a very faint illusionary hat that actually does kind of disappear as you get to boarding the ship. There was a hat there briefly, but as soon as you start to board the ship, it just disappeared. It seemed incongruous and out of place as well. It seemed very close to Perrin's. The embroidery around the edge was red and did not match the rest of the ship's crew. But that hat seemingly disappeared as soon as you get close.
My
The
boat
individual
now.
wearing it, though,
Hopefully that means I can use the boat, or maybe we have to kill the guy and then he'll drop a hat.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
God.
Okay.
still.
Awesome.
And with that, we're going to close there.
Creepy clowns.
They shout punks at you.
I begin juggling. There's grenades.
Okay. Right. We're going to close that, I guess.
Wow.
What do we
I think it's the
have?
first time we're ending like on time.
I need to get like some good clown music now.
Oh, God.
Yeah. like circus
Today's
music.
supporter, Miazilla. Thank you for supporting today's episode. Today's recap of this month's recap, last month's recap, is now out. Just go check it out on the Patreon if you're here or above. Out of Control coming next week. October the 2nd, we're doing a sponsored one-shot of a new system by Nuremberg Games, which is basically Apocalypse Tron. Tron plus Mad Max is Apocalypse Tron. If you want to check that out.
They're programs inside of a computer as the computer's crashing. Find out if they survive.
I just want to find out how they die.
Or that, yeah.
There you go. Check it out. And also, we are sponsored by Roll20 with our fancy color-changing flags and maps and other such paraphernalia for a cunning use of flags. Right. Also, they have a horse. They're boarding a ship with a horse.
Yep.
Well, the only way this horse is getting aboard is if I teleport him, which can
Yeah,
be
there
arranged.
is definitely a difference in the deck height. Like, there's definitely going to be a roll involved to get a horse over there.
I always knew that there was a solid odds. It was basically a guarantee that at some point in any tower on Thunder wouldn't have to be left behind, and it may be on that boat. We'll see.
Well, maybe we can make a boarding plank and then they can walk across.
You know, you're meant
Just
to
throw it.
You're meant to have like a single animal as your pet, your summoned steed. But by giving him water breathing, you've changed him completely. He's now a seahorse.
He is a seahorse.
You wouldn't think
He
it the
can
way he's
breathe.
been behaving. Maybe he'd prefer it
Yeah,
in the
no,
water,
he's
though.
freaked out. Maybe you just need to
go-
push him in the water so he's
Go
like, oh,
find
I can
that
breathe.
key. Stop.
Yeah, go tell him to go get the key.
Yeah, we should have just kicked him overboard to find that gold key.
Oh, I've got these.
What are these?
Playing?
Oh,
go.
I hear it now.
From when you did the Rakdos fight. Those won't do. No. Anyway, right. Two people, where can you find them? Captain Velderel, Bentham, who are you, honk?
I'm Bentham. You can find me on Twitch and on YouTube, where I'm Report Gaming. I play video games, and then sometimes randomly I make extremely in-depth lore videos about games I've never played that are that like anyway. It's a thing. It's a thing I sometimes may do now. We'll see. But currently, the place you can find me on Twitch, I've been doing some streams. On Sundays, we've been doing Barotrauma, where we do encounter clowns. Not really pirate clowns, just underwater submarine clowns. But it's a weird, it's a return. Lots of water-based clown activities apparently going on. And then also, every game on the planet is releasing or getting an update that I like. So Terra Invicta's coming out on Monday, so I will see about trying to stream that, and then maybe that'll just be all that I stream forever. Apart from Barotrauma on Sundays. That's me.
Okay. Gunnery mate. Cogdeer. Maggie, who are you?
Hey, you can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I do lots of things on the internet, so I have a lot of stuff happening. So if you want to see those things, tune in. I will also be here Saturday, right here, twitch.tv/roll4 for Grimrose Academy. Definitely implore you to come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what these witches get up to. And, you know, maybe the Empress is coming to visit. No, maybe. And yeah, I make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation. You can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. That's me. What about you, Cobalt? Where can people find you?
I'm on my Twitch channel pretty much all the time when I work. I play a lot of roguelike games. Binding of Isaac is our main game. We're also playing a lot of Across the Obelisk still because it's got tons of replay value, tons of unlocks, and just lots of content in general. And when I finally get my computer set up, maybe we'll play some more crazy games. I'm thinking about doing Dragon Age Ascension since I've never played that. And we play D&D on Wednesdays now, surprise. So Thursdays are normal stream. And we do Magic, Community Magic at 9 p.m. Central tonight on our D&D day. So you can join the Discord if you want to do that. And that's me.
Hey,
What about you, Inter Elysium?
Twitch.tv/Enter Elysium. I did a bit of power designing on stream, but more importantly, we designed all the gold room items on stream. That was fun. Right. There you go. I'm gonna go check if we had any tips.
Like, don't fight clowns in the oceans, and don't bring your horse on a boat, and don't walk up to a group of adventurers you've never seen and try to extort money out of them.
I mean, it worked.
I mean, they still got money out of us.
Yeah, but
at least we got something out of them.
I got to scare him a little, though, so it was worth it.
I do like that he was trying to extort us out of 2 gold. It's like, if he could actually take us, then he'd be asking more than 2 gold from us.
Yep, there are no tips today, so we'll be off to do an after show where you will find out what they missed in the Shrine of Umberly. Or maybe they won't. I mean, I'll be honest, it is in my nature to be like, and I still won't tell you because it's secret plot shenanigans, but it probably won't be.
We gotta find out if it's the will of Umberly expressing, a positive message, or if it's a dude snagging our grenade while no one's looking.
Look, I got to play with eels. Got a little shock. It's fine.
I got to shoot Kobold and make him find it hilarious.
Shoot a ballista.
It was great. But I'm sure there's going to be more laughing next time as well, so don't worry.
Oh, that's done. Bye.
Toodaloo.